I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My family's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos. Okay.
Yo, what's good? What's good, party people? It's your man, Uncle Freezy, in the place to be. Welcome to the Knicks at Night podcast. I will be joined soon by your host, Hoodie Kev, who's probably somewhere trying to cook chalupas right now. Can y'all hear me pretty good? Can y'all hear me pretty good? Good. Test. What's good? Got a lot of stuff that I want to talk about. Right? Jeez, Kev. Okay. So I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, right? So Hoodie Kev will be on the way. I think he said something about his dial-up is not behaving like it should or something like that. So he should be here in a few minutes. But I got some stuff that I want to talk to y'all about, right? Just a bunch of stuff. I spoke to a few of these points this morning on the Knicks Morning Drive, but I don't assume that everybody watches all the joints, right? So what I'm going to do is first shout out my mods. Shout out to all the mods for having my back. I appreciate y'all. I really, really love and appreciate the support that y'all, you know what I'm saying, y'all, the room y'all allow me to have by standing at the gates and fighting off the trolls for us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Simma Singh and Bodega Wi-Fi, the leader of Lawrence Tears Mod Nation. Right? Shout out to those guys. Right. Hey, I'm gonna send y'all some stuff. I'm working on Simma Singh Bodega Wi-Fi. I'm working on some stuff. I gotta get with y'all. I got some special stuff that I'm gonna send to y'all. I just need a few weeks in order to get it right. Right. It's basically like a mods t-shirt. Like I want to send all the mods a joint. I don't know how many mods there are. But I'm gonna try to at least, you know what I'm saying, show some love and appreciation for the work that y'all have done since day one. Right. So just be on the lookout for that. And when I say these things, man, generally it takes me a while to get this stuff kind of going. So just give me some time to work on that stuff, but it soon come. So Hoodie Kev is blowing me up in a text. Okay, Hoodie Kev. All right. So let me start with this. Right. So the Knicks have the Charlotte Hornets and the Boston Celtics this weekend in the season. Right. And in the grand scheme of things, we can say a lot of stuff like, oh, we need to win such and such game. Such and such game is important. And blah, 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 and boom, 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 whatever. You know what I'm saying? But basically what it boils down to is that this Knicks team really needs to win, not just for playoff positioning, but to keep the momentum going for who they are as a team. Right? So you don't want to go into the playoffs having lost 2 in a row, right? Or go into the playoffs on a loss. What you want to do is make sure you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're healthy. And then make sure that you also have good vibes going in, right? And to make sure. So shout out to my people watching on Periscope, and shout out to my people watching on YouTube. We love y'all, man. Shout out to Periscope and on YouTube, on Lawrence Tears, Knicks Focus, and Big Freezy on Periscope and Twitter. Right. So we've been talking about multiple things, right? There are multiple narratives. The narrative number one is the Knicks are in the playoffs. We here. That's our mantra. We here. We here. We here. You feel me? We here. We here. We here. We here. We hadn't been in forever, but right now, in this moment, this stitch of time, we here. And I'm gonna get into the Knicks at Night podcast roll call in a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get this engine, get them the brothership fired up. We gonna get it fired up. We're gonna get it fired up. Trust me. We're gonna get it fired up. I just wanted to point out a few things real quick. So I like the Knicks' chances in the playoffs against anybody. Who are the Knicks afraid of? Nobody. Right? Who do the Knicks fear? Nobody. Every team in this playoff bracket fears the Knicks because of what we bring to the table. We don't have 5 all-stars. You know, we don't have the baby boomer, the number 1 pick in the draft that's destined to be a Hall of Fame. We don't have cats like that. We the gritty committee, right? We are the gritty committee. We have a big 15. We are the gritty committee. That's us. Y'all remember Sporty Thieves? Yeah, that's us. Yeah, that's us. You know what I'm saying? We the big 15. So I want to show mad love to the chat. Yo, thank y'all for coming and rocking with us tonight. You know what I'm saying? Talk about these Knicks. You know what I'm saying? We have this thing in common. You know what I'm saying? That you know, we have this thing in common, this love for this squad, and we squadding up. You know what I mean? So while we don't have a big 3, a big 4, a big 2, while we don't have 2 number 1 picks on the roster, while we don't have, you know what I'm saying, the prettiest offensive system, while we don't have a bunch of stuff, we have a big 15. We are the gritty committee, and we here. We here. Because if y'all don't remember, we started at the bottom. I remember this team won 17 games. I know y'all remember the Emmanuel Mudiay at point guard situation. I know y'all remember who should start, Mudiay, Frank, or Trey Burke. I know y'all remember that. Right? No, y'all remember that. Man, is Mudiay a player? And some dumb coach was like, yeah, I'm going to get you right, kid. Yeah, both of y'all asses is gone. Yeah, I'm going to get you right, kid. Really? Really? Some charismatic ballhead coach, some charismatic ballhead light-skinned dude with glasses that loved to get in front of the microphone was like, I'm going to get you right, kid. Now you gone. Right? But what I'm going to say to y'all is this. We started at the bottom, right? We started at the bottom. we started at the bottom. We were the worst team in the NBA. Yo, Sergeant Knicks fan, G-Man for life is in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. So this morning I talked to the KMD crowd about the future of Knicks basketball and RJ Barrett. And what I compared that end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter to is a movie trailer, a blockbuster. So I'm going to tell a story right quick. It's story time with Uncle Freezy, but I just want to do this to draw a parallel. So way back in the day, long time ago, long time ago, I was a kid, thought he was a man running the streets of Jersey City, New Jersey. I was probably about 9, 10 years old. Thought I was tough, right? So I'm at my friend's house, and we watching TV. And I'm like, yeah, man, I did such and such. Yeah, yeah, man, I just walked up to her and said, hey, I'm Uncle Freezy, girl. You're going to be my wife. You know how 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds get together and be talking. You know what I'm saying? Back then. Long time ago. Long time ago. Right? Right? So this movie trailer comes on. Right? And the theme music to the movie trailer was dun 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 dun. And the dude was like, the announcer was like, be afraid. Be very afraid. And this dude was walking, don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm 9, 10 years old. Me and my homeboy looking at each other. We're like, don't go. I ain't scared to go in no water. I can swim. My school got a swimming pool. You know what I'm saying? PS-15, we got a swimming pool. Man, I ain't scared to go in no water. I ain't scared to be at the beach. And the music is like, dun it, dun it, dun it, dun it. And I was like, yo, I ain't scared. That music ain't scary. My friend who's 9 or 10 at the same, we was, in the same grade. He looked at me like, yo, Uncle Freezy. And I'm like, yo, don't tell me you scared. And it's like, dun it, dun it, dun it. Bam! A big shark jump out the water and eat somebody. And it's like Jaws coming to a theater near you. My friend lets out this holler. He was bigger than me at the time. He was thick. He might have been like 80 pounds, 80 or 90 pounds. Back then I was like 65 pounds. The shark jumps out of the water and the music, dun it, dun it, dun it. And he lets out this scream. Ah! And his mama come running in the room with her house coat on and a head full of rollers. Y'all remember when women used to wear the rollers, the pink rollers? Yo, y'all remember when women used to wear the pink rollers in their hair? I don't know if y'all old enough to remember this. When women used to wear house coats and have these pink rollers, they used to sit before they go to bed. They used to sit and roll up their hair with these big. Maybe y'all don't remember. Maybe this is before y'all time. Right? But women, before they used to go to bed, used to put these big roller, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, his mom come running in the room. What's going on? What's going on? And his daddy come in the room, walk in the room. Big Ron come in the room smoking a cigarette. What all this hollering here about? You know what I'm saying? Big Ron coming there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you what he had on because it was disgusting. Right? But it was about time. But it was, it was about time for bed or whatever. And my man come in like, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, Big Ron, how you half sleep and you got a half smoked cigarette in your hand? Who smoke? Who go to sleep? Smoke. Anyway, Ron was like, anyway, he was like, yo, my bad, moms. I'm sorry. But this shark, it's a shark movie coming out. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I ain't even scared. I ain't scared to know. So we fast forward. So that was like November, right? So we fast forward to the summer. The posters are everywhere. Be afraid. Don't go in the water and all this stuff. And we go to the movie, and this man dude's my age in the movie theater, crying, screaming during the thing. Like the pretty little white girl walked to the edge of the water. We're like, no, don't go in the water. Don't go in the water. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I said all of that. The movie trailer thing is what we saw with RJ Barrett the other night, right? Just a snippet of what the future of Knicks basketball is going to be, okay? Just a snippet. RJ Barrett went to a place where he was cooking, right? He was cooking, and the Spurs couldn't stop it. No matter what they did, they took off a smaller defender, put a bigger, more athletic defender. Dude got cooked. They ran they hedged a double team that they didn't send. They just gave a double team look. They couldn't stop it. They put a big, strong defender on RJ. RJ took him to the basket and should have got the foul, but RJ Barrett don't get respect. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, it was a snippet into the future of what Knicks basketball is going to be. Right? You saw RJ Barrett almost get double teamed. And I know that sounds absurd to y'all right now. Who gonna double team RJ Barrett? It's a movie trailer, bro. I'm telling you, you got a short snippet of what the future of Knicks basketball is going to be, where you have to double team RJ Barrett and Julius Randle. Oh my God. If you have to double team both, oh my God. If you have to start double teaming both players, oh my God. What the benefit to other players on the team, the benefit to say a Mitchell Robinson, whoever the players are going to be, they come on. So anyway, I wanted to start with that, but I also wanted to talk to y'all about this. Thank you. That's the production, so the executive producer of the show trying to make sure that the voice stays straight for the entire time. So in a short stretch, you saw the double teams go away from Julius Randle and almost go to RJ Barrett. They didn't do it. They showed RJ Barrett a double team, which opened up the floor for Alec Burks to cook. Now think about what I'm telling you. Yo, you know what? I think I might be ready to do the Knicks at Night podcast roll call. Who is ready to hear their name screamed out all over the Lord's internet? Who is ready? I need to see some fire in the chat. I need to see some thumbs up in the chat. And if you see a like button, I need for you to abuse it. I need for you to beat up a like button if you see it, right? I need for you to put some thumbs up in the chat, some fire in the chat, so I can do this roll call. If you're ready for the Knicks at Night podcast roll call, I need for you to put some thumbs up in the chat, throw some fire in the chat so we can get this thing started. Right? I don't know if, hey, listen, I like rocking by myself right now. I don't know if Hoodie Kev, I don't even know if we gonna answer the door when Hoodie Kev knock. right? Throw some thumbs up in the chat. Throw some fire in the chat. Smash a like button if you see it. If you see a like button, abuse it. Right? Let's get this thing crunk up, y'all. Let's get this thing crunk up, man. Let's get crunk up. Michael Hansen is in the building. What's good? Felipe 210. Yep. What's good? Kane Jerry. What's good? The streets are buzzing. What's good? Chef NYK is in the building. Kane Jerry. Hey, Nika for life. I almost did it again. What's good? Nika for life. Simma Singh is in the building. And for those that don't know, Sing means lion. Bam! How about that? Take that. Sing means lion. Was good. King Ember is in the building. Eli M. I see you. Wapo all the time. What's good? I see you out there trying to sneak around in the room like we don't see you. Sergeant Knicks fan G-Man for life is in the building. Frank Matos, Bricks Nation. What's good? Frederick. What is good? Frederick, I see you. What's good? Wilson Ding is in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's good? I see you. Kevin McLeod is in the building. Star Child. Boost Mobile. It's a Boost Mobile sighting, everybody. It's a Boost Mobile sighting. Boost Mobile holds it down in the comments after the videos be over. Thank you, Boost Mobile, for being a dedicated part of the Blawrence Tears family. We appreciate you, Boost Mobile. I need to say your name more during the live stream. We appreciate what you do in the comments after these videos get posted, because people do watch these on replay, and Boost Mobile be holding it down in the comments along with some others. Thugger Entertainment is in the building. What's good? 19 comment NYC 84. God of Moses and Elijah's favorite person in the chat. What's good? Felipe 210 is here. Chris is here. What's good? Todd Barbie is back. The mayor. What's good? Todd Barbie, we might be coming your way. We might be bringing the party your way. I just spoke with Hoodie Cav a little while ago. Trying to put together some details for a trip, and depending on how tomorrow plays out, if the Bucks can knock off the Heat tomorrow, we partying on the mothership. That's all I'm gonna say about that for right now. Right? Who else we got here? Yeah, man. So that roll call was fire. The roll call was fire, right? I am interested in another narrative, something else I want to talk to y'all about. Elfrid Payton has been taking a bashing from Knicks fans, right? And abusing from Knicks fans, right? He's been taking and abusing from Knicks fans, right? I'm here to ask you, what can Elfrid Payton do to redeem himself in the eyes of Knicks fans? What can Elfrid Payton do? What can Elfrid Payton do to redeem himself in the eyes of Knicks fans? This is something that I want to talk to y'all about, right? something I want to talk to y'all about. I need y'all feedback. I'm going to throw what is called a link in the chat. Because I need somebody to help me figure out the Elfrid Payton conundrum. The Elfrid Payton conundrum. The Nick Gas Oracle was good. Black Prophet was good. Decius Thomas is in the building. Anthony D, no chaser, is in the building. What's good? Bro, what's good? Hotep, my brother, what's good?
Hey, you know, it's all good, Freezy. It's all good. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me. Salute to
Thank you for being here.
Hey, my brother. Anytime. Hey, this is a good time. Anytime I get the fellowship with my fellow New York Knicks fans, it's always a beautiful thing, right? Always a beautiful thing. Always.
And for those that don't know, G-Man for Life is my new friend that I discovered to be a brother.
I
right?
am. That
Right.
I am that I am.
Hey, I caught that. Yeah, I caught that. So yeah, man. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm pumped up, man. Excited about a few things, right? I'm excited about this game tomorrow against Charlotte, right? I'm excited for it because this is our opportunity to impose our will on another up-and-comer in our conference. Like for instance, if we go into this game, we go and yo, look who it is. Hey, y'all be quiet.
Ooh. Look, we gotta have this at a dull whisper. We can't speak too loud because we don't want.
What happened?
We don't want to wake up the
I heard
household.
about turning it up.
Barely above a whisper for Cornerstone Cam.
Hoodie Cav, we can't get Cornerstone in trouble. We got to be quiet. We have
barely above a whisper.
What? And listen, if we got the whisper, then he need to take them cheap headphones back.
Wow. Really, Hoodie Cav?
If we got the whisper, then he had to take them cheap headphones back because that's the purpose of the headphones.
You ain't got the whisper, Knox. You ain't got the whisper at all.
Oh my God!
You ain't got the whisper.
Look,
Shots fired.
Yeah. Hey.
Look,
hey, he gonna get this smoke. Gabby John's gonna get this smoke too.
Hold on.
I just want y'all to know.
Hold on, Kev. Hold on. Protocol is when you enter a building or when you enter a room, you can't come in and just grab the big piece of chicken and run to the corner without washing your hands.
Right.
No. You come in.
Big piece of chicken.
You come in and knock you in the head. That's what you come in to do.
Here we go. I'm not gonna allow y'all to take me there tonight. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do that. Y'all are not gonna pull me into the den of iniquity tonight. It's not gonna happen. So first of all, hello. Good evening. You know what I'm saying?
Buenas noches.
What's going on? What's going
on, brother?
I gotta hear the saying. I gotta hear the saying though, CP. Can I get it saying? Can I get it?
What saying? Buenas noches?
That's my dude right there. That's my dude. You can't get that without the Australian accent. You just can't. CP the artist, you could never do that.
I'm going to quote Mr. Samuel L. Jackson.
What did Samuel Jackson said a lot of things.
He has, but I'm going to quote it. He says, "What we have here is a failure to communicate."
Oh my goodness!
When I say that is this. Y'all say y'all can't come in and then grab a big piece of chicken, whatever, right?
Yeah,
that would be true if this wasn't my house.
But we're not in your house.
Yes, this is everybody.
No. So here we go.
Humble abode.
You made me put my keyboard down.
Yeah, set them right. Set them right.
This ain't 8:45 in the morning. Okay, this ain't next morning drive.
let me get into my proper
night.
Let me get into our proper position. So, contrary to popular belief, you may be the host, but this is not your house.
Exactly.
Number one.
This is the house that Freezy built.
So,
this might be the house. Listen, he might be Babe Ruth, but I'm Derek Jeter.
Oh God!
Oh my goodness!
So moving
more
on.
like Gary Sheffield.
So moving on from that, we want welcome G Money, CP the artist. Welcome. CT, what's good, man? Good to have you. Good to see you, brother. I have a conundrum I'm trying to figure out. What do we do with the Elfrid Payton conversation? Do we continue? Do we continue to bash Elfrid Payton at every turn, or do we look to embrace what he brings to the table, as we should show love to all Knicks that put the Knicks uniform on? Because there's a saying out there: once a Knick, always a Knick.
I say combination of both. I'll be fair with Elf. The good news that he could drive to the rim. I'll give Elf that, and he's a pretty good defender. The bad with Elf, he's not a good shooter. He can't really score consistently. And his passing ability. Yeah. Excuse me?
He hardly passes.
He doesn't pass as much. He used to pass in Orlando, a little bit in New Orleans, but now.
You remember that, G-Money? You remember that? Dude. Yeah, he used to get everybody, give us fits.
Mm-hmm.
He don't even do that.
Kev, don't be trying to build alliances, Kev. Don't be trying to do that. Don't be trying to get on G Money's good side. We ain't having
No, I'm a good guy. No, G-Man. I'm fine.
First off, I'm gonna get him, G-Man. I'm gonna get him. First off, we've never had a beef. That's the first thing.
Exactly.
Second thing is, I trust him more than anybody on this panel except for Freezy.
Oh right? Wow!
That's the second thing.
And why should we treat? Why should we trust Still? Why should we trust Still?
Third thing, get your Geritol. Get your Geritol.
I don't trust nobody.
Get your Geritol. Get your Geritol.
I don't trust anybody named Kevin, man.
Get that Effrident. Get that Effrident. What's that? Effrident for your dentures? Get that for your dentures. All right. And get that Today's Man for your beard. You know what I'm saying?
How can we trust a person who's on a train, off a train? 1 week he's on the train, next week he's off, next week he's back on. I mean, I don't get it. You're either gonna ride to the end of the line, or you're not. This week you're a Frank fan. Next week I'm done with Frank. Frank is over. Yep. Next week gonna be a Frank fan again when he get 5 minutes.
Okay. First off,
I like Frank. He's done.
You got exposed, Kevin.
Don't
be too loud, Kevin, because your wife will make you sleep in the car.
Shut up. You be lucky if you ever get married, all right? Anyway,
I did get married.
Anywho, guys, what do you think is gonna happen in the Hornets game? Okay, moving on.
Moving on.
I'm not moving on.
Hey. What you guys could think is going to happen against the Hornets, though? You think it's going to be...
Hey.
Because where's it going?
He's trying to catch me out there. I had one moment in clarity.
All right, we're just trying to have a basketball conversation. We don't have to have all this arguing.
I had one moment in clarity, and since
what
then...
you don't understand is the value of entertainment. This is what's like to call a show.
Them two right here.
And the value of entertainment cannot be overstated when putting on a show. But don't worry, my young grasshopper.
No, I know how to entertain, but we don't have to bash each other and stuff. You know what I mean?
It's entertaining.
To bash each other and get personal? Really?
This isn't personal because it's all love. We all love the same thing.
Some of it's suspect. Right. Some.
So what do we do with the Elfrid Payton conundrum? So are we going to embrace Elfrid Payton at some? Because in my heart of hearts, I think Elfrid Payton is going to be back next season.
No,
I don't see he's gone.
I don't think.
And so the thing is with Elfrid Payton being back, he doesn't have to come back and be the starting point guard. He can be back and be a contributor.
At all? No. He no.
He needs RJ shooting coach.
What do you think they got Luka for? What do you think they got him?
Who?
Luka.
Who?
Luka. I wish we had the other Luka, the other guy from.
I don't know who they're talking about. Who are they talking about?
Luka.
Luka.
Right. So here's the thing. Here's the
So,
thing.
G-Man, is this what you were talking
Kev,
about, G-Man? Is this what you were talking about?
Kev, so the thing is with Luka is this. How about let him come here and play a minute of NBA basketball before we anoint him as the starter?
Oh, so
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, so that's all fake that we were watching then, right? That's all fake. So what you're saying is that it was all fake?
No, what I'm saying is if you can't anoint a guy that played basketball at a high level somewhere else.
Why not?
True.
Because they want
starting.
Because they want.
I'm not saying he has to start.
No. What I'm saying is, Elfrid Payton is the starter, and you said, well, that's why we have Luka. If
next year, you saying, but you said that we might sign Elfrid Payton next year, and I guarantee you, 80-90% of the Knicks fans on here will not go with that.
I don't want Elf to come back.
But 80 to 90% of Knicks fans don't work in the Knicks front office. Right?
Yeah, they don't, but they can voice their opinion. They can voice their opinion.
Secondly,
how much is our opinion worth?
And secondly, the 80 or 90% of those Knicks fans.
Wait a minute. You know what?
Kev,
I'm not letting you rock. You know why? Because
80%.
You were the chief person. You were the chief person that was on the haterade for Elfrid Payton.
It is kind of true.
Right.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not.
Don't even go with that.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Kev, you're not listening. You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Listen
to what I'm saying. Listen, Linda. Listen to what I'm saying. So 80% to 90% of those Knicks fans had the same opinion last year. They had the same opinion of Elfrid Payton last year, and guess what happened? We re-signed Elfrid Payton. Right. And I was frustrated with Elfrid Payton last year. I don't like Elfrid Payton. So let me clarify that. I don't like Elfrid Payton. But at the same time, Uncle Freezy does not make front office decisions on behalf of the New York Knicks.
So why would you say?
He's actually regressed. His confidence is shot.
Wow. And every time we play, everything's on the court, the offense just stalls. Like, how many times is RJ or somebody be in the break and he just hogs the ball so much?
But G-Money, I'll give you another one. He'll get to the basket and won't even convert.
No. You're right. You're right there.
There's tape, There's only two moves he can do, and the teams are scouted that.
And, there's a
we're forgetting about the reason why they re-signed him. They had basically cut him, and then he signed for less money. So it was it was a move that was trying to help the salary cap and not throw money at somebody like, I don't know who was on the market last year that they were throwing a whole bunch of money at. They didn't want to like overextend.
You mean like every good point guard imaginable?
Yes.
I was okay with it. $5 million.
To
back up.
Chris Paul had to be
salary.
Chris Paul had to be moved in a trade. He wasn't a free agent.
But we could have traded for him, right?
Or Russell Westbrook, or John Wall,
or John Wall, or Ricky Rubio, or any
what
point guard that was moved last year. Anyone.
DJ
Augustin was decent.
A plethora of point guards.
Jeff Teague, Rajon Rondo. We could have traded for Dennis
Imagine we had Rondo now. If we had Rondo with the club.
But all those were multi-years. Rondo was a multi-year contract.
Yes, he was.
And so maybe the Knicks were like, we're in a rebuild, and they were kind of like, hey, you know what? We want to keep our salary cap flexible, and see what's going to happen in the summer of 2021.
Hold on, something about that is not right.
I do not believe I'm
unfortunately, I agree with Kev, man.
I'm agreeing with CP right now. Yeah, because so through this season, how many games through the wins has Elfrid Payton started in?
Oh, so you're Alfred lover then?
No.
Oh my God!
I'm asking the question.
You were being objective. That's it.
I'm just asking the question.
Listen, I'm if you close your lips about 2 seconds.
No, that wasn't.
Close your
towards
lips,
you,
and I will answer the question. Close your lips. So
my lips are closed. All right, I'm listening.
But you're still talking. You're not listening. If you're talking, you're still talking.
No, I'm looking at your beard.
Shut up,
Shut up, CP.
But just let Kev, I like me, but just let G-Man speak his point, please. No disrespect. I'm just saying.
So
that is very disrespectful.
My question is this: how many games have the Knicks won that Elfrid Payton was not the starter when he was not hurt? That's my question.
I believe that we are undefeated without Elfrid Payton.
Okay, so obviously Tom Thibodeau has a plan. Obviously, Tom Thibodeau has a plan for Elfrid Payton in whatever level he plays in the game. Obviously, his minutes have been diminished over the course of the last couple of games, and that's a part of whatever plan Tibbs has. I trust the coach. So I have seen. So here we go talking again.
I'm asking. I thought you were finished. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If I'm still talking, I'm not finished.
You know what?
No. So listen, Linda. Here we go.
You can call me Linda. We don't fight. I'm gonna get my round trip ticket to Tampa and get down there. No, I'll fly to Orlando and travel down, man.
So what I said all that to say this, right? When Tibbs finds a better option, he will insert it into the lineup. That's what I believe, right? If Tibbs had a better option than starting Elfrid Payton, then it would already have been done. Tibbs benched Randall for making a bonehead play. So there's no reason for me to believe that he wouldn't put Payton on the bench if he didn't contribute.
When did that happen? When was that?
Oh, I forget which game.
It happened. Well, here's the thing too.
I just can't remember what it was.
I can't remember what game it was.
And here's the thing too. What if the franchise was thinking, hey, we're in another rebuilding year. But we had more success than we expected.
Exactly.
You know, and look, Elfrid Payton is one of our point guards, and we're gonna have to deal with it, root him on. Sorry to say, but we gotta root him on because hey, we're trying to win. You know. Yeah, he wears a uniform. And over the off season, hopefully we get an upgrade because that's a position that we actually really, really need. You know,
okay, so let me ask this. How much longer can we withstand having a slow start in these playoffs? We can't be down in the first quarter. We can't be down like 15,
Not 20. Another game.
Yeah, hey, so let me do this before we answer that, let me acknowledge the super chat that came in. D Block Celtics, who's a friend of the show, says salute to Uncle Freezy and everybody. I want to see your team win, but not against us. I'm only able to donate in green. LOL.
We'll be seeing his squad on ESPN. So we'll be seeing those green leprechauns on ESPN tomorrow.
So shout out to D Block, who's a really cool Celtics fan that comes through and holler at us. So I think right now we have about 14 teams represented that watch the live stream. So we have the Sixers, the Lakers, the Nets, the Knicks, the Celtics. I think Amani the Great is on Timberwolves. There are 2 Golden State fans, a Kings fan, and some other folks. So shout out to teams around the NBA for coming in and watching the live stream. We appreciate y'all, even though we hope y'all teams lose and burn in hell.
Dang, Freezy.
Wow.
I did not see it going that way, Freezy.
Crazy Freeze.
Hey.
Burn.
Right, I'm a Knicks fan, bro. I can't
burn,
help
baby,
it.
burn.
Hey, so Kev, how do you want us to answer the question? How do you want us to answer your question?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I'll
go ahead.
I'll go for it. Mm-hmm. So you ask how many games was it? Can we survive?
Can we withstand?
With the slow start to games.
With a bad start, yeah.
Well, we know playoff basketball is different, and where teams are going to know he comes in for the 6-7 minutes now, and then he doesn't see more action till the third quarter, and they know that's going to be their time to hit hard, get off to a good start, and I just don't think that's even possible in the playoffs. We need to start Alec Burks or make the change. That's my opinion.
Yo, what's up, guys? I just want
What's up, Eddie C? How you feeling,
What's
man?
happening? What's happening? I just want to chime in. Why does everybody act like at the beginning of the games, Elfrid Payton is the only one playing? Like Julius Randle ain't out there, Nerlens Noel ain't out there. You know what I'm saying? Everything falls on. Everything
Eddie,
falls on him.
Right.
I just want to understand what the deal is like.
Because we see what happens when he's on the floor, and then we see what happens when either Derrick Rose or Burks is managed.
Yeah.
It just seems like the chemistry works better with those guys than with Elfrid Payton.
Most of the times when
you saw that grand evidence was yesterday or Thursday night. You saw that. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we were down 17. It took a change once he came out for us to finally get that lead back. We were down 17.
Question for you.
We got 17 when he wasn't even on the court. What are you talking about?
Who else?
Wait. Tell me. What'd you say, CP?
I said we were down when he wasn't even on the court.
Yes, he was on the court when we were down 17. That was in the third quarter.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, it was because the Knicks had a 4-point lead coming out of the halftime break, and with Elfrid Payton on the floor, we wound up being down by 17.
Thank you.
I thought they took him out. Like
no, he was there. We were getting heads cracked.
They was going by. They was cracking his head wide open on the floor.
And so, does anybody know around what mark Elfrid Payton comes out in the first quarter?
Probably around the 7-minute mark.
Yeah, right.
Okay. And is that around the time that other players come off the floor, other starters come off the floor?
That's when we start going to the bench.
He comes off and Noel comes off. Him and Noel come off at the same time.
So that's
for
when
Rose and Taj Gibson.
Yeah,
and is every time that Rose and Taj Gibson come in, are the starters in for the other team as well, or does Thibodeau like to also bring in his bench when the other teams bring in their bench, and when the other teams bring in their starters, he comes back with his starters?
I'll be right back. Hoodie Cab, I'll be right back.
It's a.
I think it's a
mix. It's a mix.
Yeah.
So I don't think Tibbs relies on where he rotates his players based on what the other team does. I think he does it based on whatever clock he has in his head, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's not 100. He doesn't do it all the time, but I've seen him plenty of times when he waits for the team to bring in their starter, and then he takes his bench players off the floor and he puts back his starter. I've seen him do it a lot with Nerlens Noel.
Here's the concept.
But what I'm trying to say is this: like, I know he's not the best player on the floor, guys. Like, I know he's not. But again, I wasn't saying anything at the beginning because you guys were proving my point. Everybody was saying exactly what I was saying earlier.
Can I say something? I'm actually my bad. And I'm gonna get back to work, so like I'm gonna be here brief. But like I love the question. I love the question that Uncle Freeze brought up. By the way, shout outs to the two Cavs, shout outs to G-Man, shout outs to G Money. G Money, you're doing a great job. I like you now more than anything, so I appreciate you a lot. Shout outs to who's in here. Corner Stove Kev, another other Kev. Shout out to the kangaroo guy. I hear an Australian accent. Shout out to you. But
horrible.
Hey, just to let you know, I'm the only Kevin that's important. You don't have to say, what's up to the other Kevin.
How are you here more important? And literally, there's a Kev that's on the banner of the show. Literally.
Let me just say.
It says Hoodie Kev.
Let me just say, with Elfrid Payton, I think Uncle Freeze asked the wrong question. The question should have been, because I was with him until he said next year. The question should have been, once a Knick, always a Knick. Let's not appreciate Elfrid Payton after he gets kicked out next year. Right now, we're going to the playoff. We don't need to be against Elfrid Payton because at the end of the day, like we're saying, he started so many games with us that we shouldn't be, Elfrid this, Elfrid that. like I said, I apologize to his mom on Twitter because he has a family. He got to pay. He actually getting paid less money than the $6 million he was supposed to get. He came back for $3.3 million. So he's playing what he's worth. We're not overpaying this guy.
I thought he came back for 5. I'm sorry. I thought he came back for 5.
It's 5 million.
But he came for less. That's what I meant to say. So with Elfrid, I think is we have to treat him good in the playoff. Now, where Uncle Freeze lost me is when he talked about next year. Do not bring next year with Elfrid because right now we still have this man in here. Like we don't like him like that. So next year is mind blowing if he comes back. But right now am I wrong to say let's get off his back during the playoff? That's my question.
I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong if he does come back because the team is. Can we all agree that the team is like a family?
Absolutely.
That we have one of the teams, one of the better chemistry built teams in the NBA. Everybody in the others team see it.
I don't care if
Everybody
my mama
in the world
is playing
sees
well. She gone, man. I don't care if my mama playing well.
That's not true, CP. That's not true, CP. Because if the guy wants to, if Leon Rose wants to keep him around because of the other things that we don't see, and he can strike a deal with him that's feasible for us as a Knicks organization.
Yeah,
I think he'll do it.
I think he's solid.
Exactly. If the business is there, if the business is where it's supposed to be, why can't you
because
give the man an olive branch?
Bring somebody back because you simply like them. Like, oh, you're so likable. Let's bring you back. No. Family does not matter. Okay,
I especially see it because my point has always been 2021 to me is going to be the same as it was this year. I'm looking ahead one more year than you guys, and I'm thinking that's when these guys are going to strike.
Yeah.
So to me, it's not even. I don't see them making a splash. I don't see them making a splash for any of these players that are available next year.
But they have to because now the expectations are risen. They made the playoffs.
I agree.
Next year they're gonna want to be further. They're not gonna rebuild and do this all over again. Well,
they're not gonna be rebuilding because everybody who's been in the league with the team has another year under their belt. So,
but here's the thing.
I believe that quickly is going to become a better player than he is this year.
Oh,
I believe that Obi Toppin is also going to make another step.
Absolutely.
So those are players already in the organization that are going to better the team for next year.
Yeah, like they're talking about was it Fox? You know, maybe they could package some picks. De'Aaron Fox. And
I would love De'Aaron Fox, but I don't think Sacramento's getting rid of him anytime soon.
He's got to get out of that losing situation. He's got to get out of that losing situation.
15 straight years not making the playoffs. The Kings.
I like Karl Anthony Towns too, but I don't think Minnesota is gonna give him away either. It's gonna be.
Well, we got Randall, so I don't think that will work anyway.
I disagree. I think Cat and Randall would be a great pairing.
No, they play like the same position. I don't see that working.
They literally play two different positions.
Yeah, they play.
No, Cat plays the 5.
Right, and Anthony Towns can spread the floor, and Randall can also spread the floor now too. So
I think
it'll actually be very lethal.
Karl Anthony Towns will fit perfectly here. You know, not only does we have a big Dominican community, so that's good for him to come to New York, but like the connection with Kentucky. You know, I think if we have KP next year, and he will stay if we have a Cat. You know, a guy that he will be able to work with and things like that. Because there is a redemption story there where, you know, Tibbs working with him before, and I feel like he could come to the Knicks and be productive. Let's not I know G Money called him soft, and we could say he's soft in certain ways, but it's also because he's different.
Okay, with everyone talking about Towns, are we giving up on Mitchell Robinson?
Yes.
We better not.
Goodbye, Mitchell.
I agree.
We got him.
I think this is like a fun to get the U-Haul for Mitchell Robinson. You know, he only has so much. He has to split that money to his agents. so we need to chip in.
I don't know, man. I think they really like Mitch, man. Like, I think they
I don't think
really.
Mitch is gonna leave at this point. I doubt it.
I think they really like Mitch, man.
He's
Like,
gonna be cheap.
You all understand how
this
a business works.
this Kentucky thing runs deeper than I think you guys are thinking of. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to business, you can like whoever you want to like. But if it does not affect the bottom line,
what are you talking about? He's one of the best business deals that we have on the table going into next year.
Okay, and also, you don't have to explain business to a lot of us because some of us not only own businesses.
When you sit here and say,
not only do we own businesses, we also have college degree work done in that business field, so you don't have to explain it to us on an academic level.
We really like this player, so we're going to keep
around
him.
the world.
We're going to keep him and not upgrade.
Not only do we do presentations,
I don't think they're going to rush.
not only do we do presentations to people we've never met in our life, in order for them to do business with us, we do it at a high level.
Clearly, when you say make business decisions, because we really like you. And that's your emphasis of keeping you around because we like you.
That's not the only antithesis. That's not the only thing. There's 100 different other things that can.
When you said, I think we'll
so what I said, but there's 100 different other things that can be. No, because you like to take one thing and you like to take one thing and then just go at the one thing. And not give it any legs to any other things that can happen.
You didn't go into emphasis about anything else. The words that came out of your mouth was.
I know the words that came out of my mouth. I know the words that came out of my mouth.
You didn't say anything else. That was it. That was your point.
So what? But does that mean that even though I said that I'm not thinking any other thing?
No,
and it has to be in my brain too to understand.
Don't end the thought with that because that makes it seem like your thought was complete.
Kev.
My thought is never complete, Kev.
Eddie,
say what you think. We got all.
Hold on, Eddie. Hey, so Eddie C, the reason why we didn't get to the other thing that you were trying to say is because Hoodie Kev cut you off, and we understand that. You know what I'm saying? So when we don't even need to argue over semantics. You know what I'm saying? What we want to do is hear these thoughts out clearly so that we are, because it's a lot of us up here. So what we don't want to do is start talking all over each other and having this jumbled audio come through the speaker and have the show sound like a mess.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now, but also we can't dominate the mic. You know what I'm saying? If you got something to say, man, say it. Say what you got to say and get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Right, and that go for everybody. Like don't dominate the mic. You don't have to talk for like 8 or 9 straight minutes. You know what I'm saying? Just say what you got to say and then rock. You know what I'm saying? And I hate for it to sound like that and harsh. That ain't what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, I ain't even. It's not even like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with saying whatever. You know what I'm saying? And getting my point across.
Yeah.
Like I said at the beginning, I didn't say a word at the beginning because everybody was saying exactly what my sentiments were, you know?
Right. No doubt.
Well, I wanted to ask Hoodie Kev, was why not Mitchell Robinson when he is going to be a more affordable and younger option?
Right back.
You know why I'm going to say this, why he went on the rap, because I said I think the Knicks like him and he just went on with that.
Right.
You know, just blown past the kid has one of the best deals available for next year.
Right.
You know, he's a young player. 100 million other things. You know what I'm saying? He just hung on to that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing I just wanted to be clear about is certain things that we don't have to explain because we should assume that the audience is not dumb. Right. What we need to do is assume that the audience is smart enough to follow along, and we don't have to break down elementary stuff.
If I may say something.
You mean in the middle of me talking? Go ahead.
Yeah, because now this is not a knock on anyone in the panel. This isn't a knock to the people in the chat, but it was a life learned lesson to me. That, and I'm going to quote this, and it's 12:45 in the morning, so I'm going to say this. There's a saying that when you assume You make an ass out of you and me. I don't assume nothing. You need to say what is on your mind so I can clarify, because you might say something and not mean exactly how it sounds.
So what does 1245 have to do with assume?
Because I had to say ass, and I know it's late night. Hopefully, all these children. It's Friday, so there might be kids up watching, and then they might watch it on replay. So I'm sorry if a little kid watches it on replay. It is what it is. I'm pretty sure it's not the first time they ever heard that word. So kids of this generation.
Control.
So Kev, you just basically alluded to what Eddie C said. You got to speak what's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? You can't leave it to assume. And then with a curse word, you did the same thing.
Yeah.
How?
So basically what you just said is basically the message, the mixed message you're sending to people.
How is it a mixed message?
Because you said, you alluded to what Eddie C said. I can't assume, you need to clarify and blah, blah, blah. And then when it came to the word ass, you did the same exact thing that you said Eddie C needed to clarify.
I just explained it. I even said why. You said why after 12:45, and I said, well, this is why. Because such and such, and I hope there's no kids watching, but then it's Friday, so they I
just think you wanted to talk. I would rather hear
on and on.
I did just think you just wanted to talk. I wanted to hear. Can we please get to what CP the artist was going to say? Can we please just get back to what CP the artist was going to say?
So Hoodie Kev, I was going to ask you, why wouldn't Mitchell Robinson be a good alternative to re-sign? He's younger, he's going to be cheaper, and he has a longer upside.
Who has a bigger upside than who?
Well, Mitchell Robinson, for his age and his athleticism.
Are you saying that Mitchell Robinson has a higher upside than Karl Anthony Towns?
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like a.
Who is a bigger upside then?
New Orleans Lowell.
I wasn't saying anything about New Orleans Lowell can kick rocks for all I care. After this
Here we go. Here we go.
I think what he said was that why would we sign Mitchell Robinson because we like him?
I wasn't saying no. This isn't about signing Mitchell Robinson. This started was, would you include Mitchell Robinson in a Karl Anthony Towns trade? I said I will buy a U-Haul for Mitchell Robinson. If that's what it takes to get me Karl Anthony Towns.
I didn't hear anybody say that. I didn't hear anybody say that they were going to trade Mitchell Robinson for Cat.
I did. I injected that.
Oh, okay, I didn't hear
you. Because people was talking over me, bro. You're my bad.
I think it's going to take more than that, though.
I'm not saying it's not going to take more than that, but I'm saying if there is a
it's going to take your boy.
Trade,
it's going to take your boy.
Well, at least my boy be under contract.
At least my boy is playing.
Not
at least my boy is. At least my boy is playing. My boy is playing.
You don't got a boy playing.
Hey, G-Man, I know you got this receipt. Hey, G-Man.
At least I know Kevin Knox will legit be in the NBA.
You got this receipt, right? You got this receipt. The day before the day of the game, didn't somebody swear up and down that Knox was going to get some burn?
So yes,
he was
what happened?
So let me
he was going to start.
I'm gonna say two things.
Tim
right?
said, "Yeah, this ain't happening."
I'm gonna say two things, right? So this is what I'm gonna say. One, I know that out of the 21-22 season, I know for a fact Kevin Knox will be in the NBA because he has an NBA contract. What I don't know is if Frank Ntilikina is going to be in the NBA.
Frank will definitely be there. Frank will definitely be there.
Frank is an NBA.
Frank has one of the best skill sets. The best skill sets that people drool over in the NBA, which is defense.
Yeah, and that's like saying Kawhi Leonard is going to opt out, but he might not be in the NBA next year because he won't have a contract.
Let me say something else about what I said. So 2 days ago,
G-Man for life. Kevin, hey, so Hoodie Kev, remember last night Hoodie Kev compared Kevin Knox to Ryan Shazier, remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, God.
I did not. No, that's not. God. I was not comparing Kevin Knox to Ryan Shazier. I was comparing Michael Porter Jr. to Ryan Shazier.
So the more compelling thing,
you listen, Uncle Freezer will twist and tie this like he's tying a shoe.
Me.
Because I didn't say Kevin Knox and Ryan Shazier. I said Michael Porter Jr. because they both have back injuries.
My only motivation is to put on a good show for the people. That's my motivation. Like I don't have a secret love affair with Kevin Knox. I don't have a secret love affair with Frank Ntilikina.
Listen,
the most compelling thing that we talked about right now is getting stomped like great.
Oh my God.
CP the artist said something that was truly compelling that we should build on, but we can't get to it because we're trying to dissect minutia. Minutia is not meant to be dissected. That's why they call it minutia.
Wasn't that in the Addams Family? They were doing that dance.
Yeah.
The Manushka.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
oh my God. You know what? I have never, I always wondered what it would be like to be on a panel with two Kevs at the same time. I've always wondered that. Now I know.
Wow. Now we know.
Hey, G-Man, the only thing Hitty Kevin won was the Candyman thing. That was it.
I'm glad you brought that up, Kev. So Hoodie Kev, here we go. I have to tell you that the whole Candyman debate we had, you were right. I was wrong. You were right. I was wrong. It's 5 instead of 3. You were right. I was wrong.
It's done with.
I
watch him try to roast you.
Can I ask a question about like the standings? If we win both of our games and Atlanta wins their game and Miami loses one, we go to 4. Is that true?
Yes,
that's correct. So. That is correct. That's an accurate
because
statement.
So the division doesn't come into play. The division only comes into play when it's a 3-way tie. Is that the case?
We have the tiebreaker against Atlanta, so we will move to the fourth seed.
Well,
but the 3-way tie is what I'm getting at, because when we were tied at 3, we were 6th.
Right. So
if it's only us and Atlanta, it goes not to a division, it goes to a head-to-head. Is that the case?
Yes, because exactly, and we have the tiebreaker. We own the tiebreaker with Atlanta.
Right.
Okay, I see.
Right. So
we would be in 4th if Miami loses, and we win those 2 games, and Atlanta wins their last game.
Yeah, we got to win ours, and Milwaukee.
We need to win out. The Knicks need to win out, and we're hoping that the Bucks beat Miami. That's the hope.
Right. This is magic number 1. Is the magic number 1 like
I
a Miami loss, just 1 loss?
1 loss.
Yeah, 1 loss.
But see, it's not only 1 loss. We have
2 games.
We have to win both of ours.
Oh yeah. I got that. Yeah. So we got to root for the Bucks tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
we have to take care of business tomorrow ourselves.
So CP the artist. So just wanted to put a bow on this Karl Anthony Towns versus Mitchell Robinson thing, right? So are you in favor of not trading for Cat, keeping the draft picks, drafting quality players, weaponizing Walt Perrin, keeping Mitch, as opposed to trading away those picks to get Karl Anthony Towns?
Yes, I'm opposed to it.
Okay, that's what I want to clarify.
I don't think there's enough balls around. Pause. I don't think there's enough balls around for Karl Anthony Towns, Randall, and RJ, because they all like get into a rhythm, and we know that Randall could be ball dominant sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that thing works.
I have a different perspective on it.
Well, wait, let me ask CP just a quick question. You don't think Tibbs could rectify that with them sharing the ball?
You see, look, a coach could only put people in positions to be successful, but he can't be a puppet master with mind games. I'm sure he would, when he puts Elfrid Payton on the court, he wants him to score, to assist, finish at the rim, and do his job.
And defend.
That doesn't happen. So with the Karl Anthony Towns, you got egos. You got human beings. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry to interrupt, but it seems to me like literally Phil Jackson made a career of that exact same thing you just said coaches don't do. That was legit Phil Jackson's almost entire NBA. His legit expertise was managing egos.
Why he couldn't do it with the Knicks?
He wasn't a head coach.
He was the head coach.
Yeah, he was still culture building.
It's the difference between being there on the sidelines with the players, in the practices with the players.
That's why he got fired, because the head coach that he hired couldn't do what he wanted to do.
Hold on. But he picked these players. Hold on. He picked these players that he couldn't manipulate. And it's the same Phil Jackson, same Phil Jackson that you're talking about, that had this antiquated system that he thought that the today's NBA player could run, but they couldn't.
The NBA teams run the triangle today.
And he had the greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, who those players feared, and it was his way or the highway.
Don't you think somebody had to control him?
Who? Nobody's controlling Michael Jordan.
That's what you think. Did you watch the documentary?
Yes, I did. Who?
And they weren't saying that Phil Jackson wasn't manipulating and pulling strings.
Yeah, well,
that was on the business side, really. I don't think that was.
But the thing is we're taking bits and pieces of one thing and just supposing it and trying to overlay it on everything, and it doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like for instance, Eddie C said the Knicks run in triangle right now, and our offense is not atrocious, but not as efficient as other teams that run the high pick and roll, right? Mm-hmm. And so I understand what Eddie C is saying. And then Kev said that teams run the triangle now, but teams don't run the triangle primarily, and they don't draft personnel to fit the triangle. They only run the triangle in sets against certain defenses occasionally. You don't draft guys to go in the triangle nowadays.
Which is what he did, what Phil did with drafting.
And it backfired on. It backfired on us. Mm-hmm. And not just Ntilikina, but Jerry and Grant, Clee Anthony Early. He traded a first round pick for Travis Ware. Remember Travis Ware?
Yeah.
Yeah, he brought it. Where is he? Great point. And the pun was intended in that case. The pun was intended. And we signed Lamar Odom, who was on drugs. Yeah. Remember that? Lamar Odom? Yes. Yes, Lamar Odom was smoking crack at the time.
Wasn't Jokic in Clay Anthony's draft as well?
I think so.
And he got drafted before.
He would have been a perfect triangle player.
God,
yeah. But the
that's
draft
malpractice. That's what Ron Cleveland says. Malpractice.
But the draft is a very hit or miss process because if you think about it, because people kill Portland for drafting Sam Bowie over Michael Jordan, but Portland had Jim Paxson, who had made the All-Star game before that. And Jim Paxson's backup was a dude named Clyde Drexler.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, it was the golden era of the big man. And Sam Bowie was faster, jumped higher. He was like a Jokic with athleticism, right. but he couldn't stay healthy. Right? That was the knock on. That was the thing with Sam Bowie. If you could imagine a Jokic with athleticism, if you could imagine a Jokic and a Ralph Sampson combined together, that was Sam Bowie. But Sam Bowie got hurt 4 times while he was at Kentucky and came out in his 5th year. And he was on draft night, he was hurt. Right? Mm-hmm. The reason why Sam Bowie was a bust is because he was hurt. But if you could imagine a Jokic style player back then, we wouldn't have this debate. Now, Michael Jordan would have went on to become Michael Jordan, but the Sam Bowie part would have had a different narrative.
And listen, hindsight is always 20/20.
Right.
If we could go back 4 years and draft differently, 3 years, 2 years, whatever it is, and draft differently, we would. But
especially the 2018 draft. Especially the 2018 draft. If we could have did that differently, the franchise would be on a different path.
Right.
Which one was that one?
I think
the Kevin Knox draft.
Kevin Knox draft.
Yeah.
I see was.
Why y'all laughing, man?
Don't be starting something. You're starting something.
Nah, man, because the 2018 draft was the Luka draft, right?
Yeah,
that was
but who else was in there at our number?
No. I'm knocking the player that we drafted. What I'm saying is, if we could have took that pick and something else and traded for Luka, we could have left that. We could have started that season with Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis.
I remember that they were hot on Trae Young's tail, and they were hot on Luka's trail, and they just couldn't. They didn't want to give up those assets. They were in the mode of accumulating assets and didn't want to give up anything.
Right.
But those players would have changed their franchise, man.
Breezy, yeah. I am not letting you go. I am not letting you go, man. You know what you was getting at with that.
But here's the thing, though. In fairness,
yeah, CP, give me something to munch on, man. I need something to munch on here.
But in fairness, right? It's also up to the team to develop the player.
Yes.
Because it ain't like you're just gonna throw the basketball at his feet and say, "Hey, give me 25 points a night." Right. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna work. I mean, it's anybody. You know, you gotta work on his. I mean, you know, look, the late great Kobe Bryant. You know, shot air balls. You know what I'm saying? But he developed into one of the greatest players of all time. This thing happens. You know what I mean? If Carl, what's that name? Melo's coach, Melo's first coach, right? If he was such a jerk,
George Karl,
yeah. Right? If he was such a jerk, maybe he could have got through to Melo to make him more of a team player and more of a facilitator and an all around player. Maybe, I don't know, but it is up to the team to develop the youth. And you know what? The Knicks don't have a good track record of developing players into anything. So we'll see.
Right. I think they changed that. I think they changed that narrative this year, man. Like, for years to come. I think they just you don't have to. There's no salary cap on like front office, people and personnel and developmental coaches and things like that. And I think they spent a lot of money and time on that stuff.
Yeah, but I think
I heard them talking to Kenny Atkinson. For sure, because it's only 1 year, CP. But
yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm gonna say this. I think Obi Toppin is leaps and bounds better defensively right now than he was at the beginning of the season.
Yes, I agree.
That took us from the beginning of the year almost to the end of the season for that to happen. Okay, I can just imagine him going through an off season because they didn't have an off season this year, right? Going through an off season, going to the summer league, playing those, all that stuff leading into next year. How much better he can be defensively. Right?
Hopefully, yeah.
And then I think his offense would just come around as soon as his mind is clicking defensively, and he already knows what the spots are, this and that. I've seen it also from Kevin Knox. I've seen also Kevin Knox get better defensively. So I think the development has been happening. Quickly is just so gifted offensively that probably and he is small and he is a little skinny on the skinny side, but again that's another player. You give him a year, again, off season, summer league, all this and that, get him stronger, do certain things with him, let him learn angles better, stuff like that. He was also going to become a better defensive player, and he has the skill set and the IQ to become a better player than maybe even Toppin, because he's just so gifted offensively right now at the stage of his career.
Right.
But on the developmental side, I think they've gotten way better, and I see it happening with any other draft pick that comes in this year. Like, even if they don't come in with a defensive acumen, they're just gonna get better under Thibodeau. And I think having a defensive coach like that puts us in a good position, because then you can draft players that are not good defensively but are gifted offensively, and just build the defense through the culture.
You know what it's encouraging? I found out today that what's that kid that was in Minnesota and they traded for Jimmy Butler, light-skinned kid.
Oh, Levine.
LaVine.
Yes.
He was the 13th pick.
Yep.
Right.
13th pick, and he's borderline there. So it's possible.
Oh yeah, I have all the faith in the world that Perrin and whoever else is making these draft picks are going to hit home runs with these picks, man.
I got asked, was Thibodeau his coach his rookie year?
No. I don't think so.
Was it Flip Saunders?
I think it was Flip.
Most likely.
Somebody look it up.
So, with that said, I think CP the artist has been on fire tonight, man. The points that you made, which were 3, I feel like didn't get just due, especially the first one. The fact that you would rather weaponize Walt Perrin with the draft picks and add talent to Mitchell Robinson, as opposed to packaging that to get Karl Anthony Towns, is an amazing take or thought. My deal is this. So because I disagree, right? But a compelling argument was made for at least to have dialogue, bring both sides to the table, right? Because I think Karl Anthony Towns immediately solves the defensive issue. And I'm not saying that Karl Anthony Towns is a defensive stalwart. What I'm saying is other team centers don't have to defend our team centers offensively, right? Taj Gibson and Nerlens Noel are not going to threaten you offensively, right?
Whoa. Taj might.
Yeah, but how long is Taj going to be around?
That's true.
Yeah, and
his points are more off hustle.
Yeah, and how does Taj threaten another team center offensively? Is it his 3-pointer? Is it his post game?
If he gets it in the post, he can put it on the floor and give you like a little hook shot or something. He has a jump shot.
Right.
He does have a jump shot. But like you said, CP, was like CP said, how much longer are we going to have that?
Right, but other teams are getting 26 and 13 against us. Right? Taj Gibson is never going to give us 26 and 13 this season at all. Taj Gibson is not a 26 and 13 player.
And let's not forget, like the traditional big, he's kind of run his course a bit,
right?
And the stretch 3, if we got a stretch 3, that would be good. A stretch 5, that would be good. But from what we had with,
we have a stretch 3. We just need to rebuild him like the.
I meant stretch 5. That's what I meant to say.
Okay.
If we had a stretch 5, that would change things a lot. That would give a lot more spacing on the court. I think that Nerlens Noel, for everything he does it well. Not everything. I mean, I wish he could actually catch the ball. But
right.
But having a shot blocker and that gives you 5 blocks per night, 10 rebounds, and Mitchell Robinson.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. We don't. It's not like we have CP the artist down low. We have Taj Gibson and Nerlens with 5 blocks and 10 rebounds. It's not like we got a CP the artist down there, bro.
And I think that I think we have to put that notion aside that the 5 has run his course, the center has run his course in the NBA. I don't believe that to be true, man, because I think we get caught up in the Golden State era where they were playing Draymond Green at the 5.
Yeah.
If you look at the NBA right now, the top 2 teams in each conference both have a starting dominant center. Utah Jazz has Rudy Gobert. Joel Embiid has Philadelphia has Joel Embiid. But one of the teams that threatened for a title is Jokic. So I think actually, if you have that dominant 5, you're a couple of steps ahead. Lakers have Anthony Davis. So if you have a couple steps ahead, I think I want to despise that notion that the 5 is dead.
Wait. You disregard everything I said. All those people you named stretch the floor. Jokic stretches the floor. Embiid stretches the floor. Anthony Davis definitely stretches the floor. they could all hit the threes.
Gobert doesn't, but
yeah.
But I don't think
Gobert is sometimes a liability because you're playing a 3-on-5. I mean a 4-on-5.
What about Aiden?
But Aiden.
But to me, that's just the evolution of the 5. But that doesn't mean that the 5 is dead. Like, I think that just the 5 is just the back to the basket player. It doesn't necessarily have to be a 5. It can be a 4, power forward, because they used to play with their back to the baskets. Even Kobe Bryant at 6'6" used to play with his back to the basket. So that just depends on the style of play.
But they can also hit the threes, though.
Right. But the style of play is what changed. But the player itself, having that 7-footer who can do multiple things, is, I think, super important. That's why in this draft, Evan Mobley is behind Cade Cunningham and ahead of people like Jalen Suggs and Jalen Green and Kuminga, or whoever else you want to put there, because he's a 5 who has a lot of skills, but his size, even though he's on the slimmer side, his size lends itself to
his mobility.
You can build around that player. That's why Golden State probably took Wiseman, right?
His mobility, Evan Mobley's mobility is amazing, bro, for a dude 7 foot tall. If he's indeed 7 foot tall.
I think he's like gonna be the next big thing. Like,
you know who I'm
Anthony Davis light.
I'm still stuck on. I still believe he got potential. Bobo.
I love Bobo's game.
I think he's still got the potential.
I love Bobo's game, man. Like, he's just really slim.
Yeah. So is Porzingis.
He's got to work on his body, man, and I don't know if he has the mentality. That's the thing that I when I see Bobo, the mentality, I don't know if he has it.
He's good. He's good though. I mean, if we could get him on the cheap, maybe like a future 2nd round pick. I don't know.
I have a question. I've been listening, and I don't know why Knicks fans, many of them, like CBD artists,
here we go,
has an allergy to all-star level players. Like, you don't want Karl Anthony Towns at all, but you will take Bobo. Like, I'm trying to understand the logic.
In his defense, he didn't say that. In his defense, he did not say that.
What he alluded to was he doesn't want to give up the assets or the financial flexibility to get an all-star level player like Karl Anthony Towns. But if we can get him on the cheap, I'll take me some Bobo.
Well, here's the thing, Kev.
I don't understand. Why don't you want talent?
I do want talent.
No, you don't.
Let me finish. I want talent that meshes together. I don't think him and Randall would mesh well together. I'm just sorry. A team needs glue guys. They need people just to do their job. They don't need 3 guys with one basketball thinking, is this my team? No, it's your team. No, this is my team. No, it's my team.
Why do you think they'll have that mentality that they're going to fight over whose team it is? Like, you can't get a bunch of really good players together to come together to play to win a championship. But they got to have infighting.
I'll tell you. I'll give you a perfect example, Kev. It's like me and you. I rule the day, you rule the night. You know what I mean? We can't be in the same chat at the same time. We got so much egos,
You decided to come on my space, not the early 2000s chatting site.
Yeah. This would be Julius and Cat, man.
I don't believe that is the case. I believe when you have good players, it very rarely never works out.
Freeze, thanks for creating this. I appreciate it.
Very rarely does, when you have a collection, even when it fails in like the finals.
Now, Kev,
even when it fails, like you get a bunch of players, they come together and it fails like the finals.
I will say this, Kev. I wanted Cat over Porzingis, and I wanted the Knicks to go after him before they got Julius. I did want that. So don't get me wrong. But I think if we didn't have Julius, last year Julius. You're trying to say.
But can we put up the parameters of what a cat trade would look like?
Hold on. Before we get to that, I want to go back to something that was said real quick. Ruling the day. Hold on. Ruling the day versus ruling the night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said it. People tune in to see me.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Yeah, don't be jealous. It's the truth.
Up in the air. Listen.
Go ahead. I add viewership in the morning.
So what we can do in our mind is increase our viewership and say that people are coming to see me, and they just made me happenstance walking by. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say this. I would say be very, very selective in those words, because words mean something.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
In your mind,
Ask Freezy. The analytics show it, man. The analytics show it.
No. So how many people were on the panel or in the chat at the same time that you were? How do you know they didn't come to see someone else other than CP? But CP gets
because everybody else is boring. They come to see you or Cornerstone Kev. Come on now.
So here we go.
The man in the morning. Nobody knows I'm the man in the morning.
That would be very.
So I'm never in the conversation. But what I'm saying is this: do not for 1 second assume that
you the man.
I am the man. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember. Like a month ago, I had came on Nick and Night. Got beaten up, and then the next morning everybody's talking about me, and that show went on for 3 hours. Remember that?
Freeze! It's getting thick.
It was a civil war.
You were getting
Thanos.
That's so funny, Freeze.
Yo, did y'all get a chance to see that?
Yeah, I saw it yesterday.
The Thibodeau powder bottle.
Oh yeah,
that's funny.
That was epic.
That was hilarious.
That was epic.
So I wanted to get into that some, and so that happened when the referee said RJ Barrett received the ball out of bounds. And RJ Barrett was like 1.5 feet inbounds.
Inbounds, yes.
Inbounds. Yep. Like how do you miss that if you're a professional referee? Like RJ Barrett is legit so far inbounds that he had to take a wide stride backwards to step out of bounds.
Man,
right?
This is so embarrassing, but
yeah, that was.
I think that the National Basketball League's referees has been by far the worst professional refs in the NHL, in the NFL, in the 4 major sports. Man, they're just so bad.
Eddie C, this is what you got to understand, right? So, at the beginning of the season, most NFL referees retired. And then you had this whole COVID thing going on. So the referees that we've been seeing throughout the season have been G League referees. So there's a disparity there between the way they call the games in the G League versus how they call the games in the NBA.
Oh, you said NFL at the beginning. I got confused there.
Say again?
You said NFL at the beginning. I thought you were talking about
NBA. I'm sorry. I got football on my mind. I'm thinking about my schedule right now.
And you say in the morning they're coming to see you. Get out of here, man.
So here we go, CP. Here we go. You are putting words in my mouth because I never said anyone came to see me. I never said that. The only thing I said is do not in your mind, in that little thing that you have going on, twirling around in your head, think for 1 second, just because you on the panel, they came to see you when other people in the chat. That's all I said.
I'm funniest. I'm the funniest in the morning. I'm most knowledgeable. And I'm good on the screen.
I just come because it's nothing but a party,
sexy on the screen.
Oh my God. Oh, Hoodie Kev.
Multicultural.
Hoodie Kev. So this is what I need right now. I need for you to bring, and I don't believe I'm about to say this, but I need for you to bring some semblance of common sense to what this conversation is going on right now. Please.
Right. Please. And so how that works is so CP the artist is a star. And right. So and what happens is so CP the artist has contacts, and I ain't gonna get into what names are in his cell phone, but I'm sure that he has a lot more popular names in his cell phones than Uncle Freeze.
Verified checks.
So right. So CP the artist comes on, and I have to give him his due credit. Most of the time when he speaks in the morning, I put him on ISO cam.
Well, I'm about to get off. I'm about to hit White Castle, so I'm gonna talk to y'all.
Well, you better not be you eating White Castle 2:00 in the morning. That sounds like a hoodie cab move.
You don't want that problem. I'm telling you, you don't want that problem. White Castle, but look, your age, you don't need no White Castle at 2:00 in the morning.
No, because
I'm 25, man.
A year from now, you might see Frank working the register. Anyway, moving along. So we're
Pretty Kev, I came out especially for you.
How you doing?
So I wanted to point out the reason why that Tibbs threw that bottle, right? The reason why he threw that bottle is because the Knicks had been getting bad calls all game, and then towards the end of that game, Frank Ntilikina was called for a foul, which was the most egregious thing you had ever seen in your life, right? So Cornerstone Kev, the call where DeMar DeRozan elbowed Frank in the chest area. The ball goes out of bounds off of DeRozan. Yeah. They look at the ball go out of bounds and then call the foul on Frank.
I'm like, come on, man.
Right.
And really?
And so cats like Hoodie Cab say, hey, man, y'all conspiracy theorists, man. The referees never call any bad calls on us. You can't blame a bad play on the referee.
And before I go off, I'll say this. I really question his loyalty towards the being a Knicks fan.
Oh.
Who?
Oh,
the guy above you, Mr. Hoodie Kev.
Hoodie Kev.
Stop it.
Do you believe wholeheartedly that I would be up all times of the night, every single night, spend large amounts of money
and Mountain Dew
for Cornerstone Kev?
No, that's not what he said. So what it is we all know Hoodie Kev is a star, bro.
Yeah, but how you going?
Cats from other shows be trying to poach Hoodie Kev. They like, yo, I want you to be on my show, man, because I only get 8 views, man. I need Hoodie Kev.
Hey, Freeze. If it ain't nothing about Kevin Knox, he don't want nothing to be done with it.
Oh yeah, right.
He don't want nothing to be done with it.
Because Hoodie Kev will be like, I ain't talking Kevin Knox. I'm just criticizing the small forward position.
It could be the football
4 hours a night, every night.
The NFL could start, and he'll still be talking about Kevin Knox, man.
Right.
First off,
it's Kevin Knox' daddy played for the Jets. We win the Super Bowl.
He did play football.
I have already reserved my season ticket, my hotel room for the weekend of September 12th in Charlotte to see the New York Jets play the Carolina Panthers.
Okay.
Go Jets. Go Jets.
I was going to the Atlanta Jets game, but then the NFL said, let's send them to London.
You're not going to London?
Really? Man.
I don't got Uncle Freezy type money.
Hey, Hoodie Kev, I ain't got that problem because I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so
NFL ain't sending them. Nobody want to see them. Ratings gonna dip. We send the Steelers in London. We gotta have somebody watching the game.
Man. Hey, Hoodie, get 5 more, man.
You can get Pittsburgh Steelers tickets any day.
Why y'all living in the
70s? And Sergeant, get 2 more.
Why is you living in the 70s?
You got 4. You got to get 2 more, man.
You talking about Super Bowls when they had leather helmets?
Wow.
What's going on here with the one bar in the front?
Right.
Why we talking about Super Bowls and then? Why we talking about the Super Bowls when they won in the Super Bowl? We talking about AFL championships.
Woo!
AFL championships too.
Hey, Kev, hey, Hoodie Kev. So the guy asked, and this was in the 80s. He was like, yo, everybody has 2 logos on their helmet, one on each side. And so I went to the Pittsburgh Steelers owner to ask. He was like, well, I can only afford 53. And he's like, 50, you can only afford 53? And so the guy was like, yo, you know what? They actually sent the order where he could, but the owner was too cheap to order a sticker for both sides of the helmet. Is that not crazy? Too cheap To put a sticker on both sides of the helmet.
And I know where you're going. We still won 6.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
You got 6? The only one that's got 6. The only one that got 6 is freaking
Patriots.
No. Brady by himself.
Oh wow. Well,
hey, that's a guy you should. Hey, that's a guy you should have went for.
C-Mac in the chat. I'm about to give you your 5 minutes of fame, right? So, Kev, you got a friend in the chat. C-Mac is a delusional Steelers fan, right? So,
no, he's a knowledgeable Steelers fan.
No.
If you're a Steelers fan, you're knowledgeable.
hey, Hadouken, Sharon, I have a live grenade for you.
What's good? What are you gonna say, G-Man? What are you gonna say?
Never mind. Go to Hadouken. I'm gonna go back to my chicken before it get cold. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit this White Castle thing. No, I'm just kidding, y'all.
The Steelers are a franchise. They're like, why won't our quarterback retire?
Yeah,
please.
Yeah, he needs to retire.
Why do you keep coming back every year? We got to put on this face.
Hey, we'll give him to you, man. We'll give him to you because y'all need some credibility.
What I
y'all need some credibility.
What about over a man, a 38-year-old guy who's a representative for White Castle himself?
Your Jets need some credibility.
So Hadouken, Sharon, I got something for you, right? I got something for you. So here's the thing that I have for you. And this is along the lines of the Walt Perrin thing I said for G Money. And I stumped G Money.
Night, y'all. Take care, right?
All right, boss.
Okay.
So I stumped G Money. I made the Android was stuck in time. He couldn't handle the live grenade. So I got one for you, right? Because I think Hadouken can handle it, right? With all the glaring team needs, and this is an off-season question, with all the glaring team needs that the Knicks have, what is your first move to fix the roster in order to put us in position to win a championship?
You got to get a point guard. That's my number one. That's a point guard.
All right. So what type point guard are you looking for?
I'm not gonna say exactly De'Aaron Fox, but I'm gonna say someone with the same type of ability where he could score and he could play make.
Okay. All right. So what is that? How does that affect Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, who are ball dominant?
I mean, the thing it will do for Julius Randle, it won't put all the attention on him, and he's not gonna have to be forced to play make all the time. He's not gonna have to run point forward as much as he usually does. And I still think, like if we get said player, they're still gonna get theirs, but it's just gonna open up the floor way more.
Okay.
And make everyone else better. And
I'll be right back. My dog's girlfriend is outside, and so my dog is going crazy in here. Hold on they have a secret rendezvous. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back.
Like Karen White?
Make him wear a condom.
Was that Karen White? No, that wasn't Karen White.
And you also forgot to add, Sharon, that defensively, De'Aaron Fox is top notch too.
Yeah,
Really?
I was gonna say someone with at least like mid-level defense as a point guard, because he's the only downfall of De'Aaron Fox. I'm not saying just him like that we need to get, because we're not gonna get him, but his downfall is 3-point shooting and free throw shooting.
Would you guys package those 2 picks and the early third to move up and pick Davion Mitchell from Baylor?
I know nothing about him.
Yeah, but looking at that, since because of the NCAA championship, his stock is definitely up, so it makes it a lot more difficult. But I definitely think we should.
Yeah, you got to move up at least into the lottery to get him.
Yeah.
Why is that? I mean, Mikal Bridges won a championship and he didn't move up.
Yeah, but
he moved back. He actually moved back.
The thing is that Davion Mitchell did so much in that thing. Like his stock was mid-level, and then he his playmaking was showing out, his shooting ability. Like
I know nothing about him.
Salute. Yeah, but that's the thing. I still think we're gonna trade up though.
Yeah,
I think we need to trade them in period and go and get Karl Anthony Towns. Y'all playing because y'all like mediocre talent. I don't want no superstar.
Right.
I like mediocrity.
And Freezy, I don't know how you were
who
saying.
you trading? Who you trading, Kev?
I would trade anybody for Karl Anthony Towns.
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
RJ Barrett. You would trade RJ Barrett for Karl Anthony Towns?
I'm not trading.
RJ. I'll miss you.
Crazy.
Yeah, that's
you
what
don't
the book
understand.
is.
Karl Anthony Towns is a generational type talent.
Is he a winner?
Is he a winner? Was Julius Randle a winner before the season?
Hey, is Karl Anthony Towns a winner?
Is Julius Randle a winner before the season?
Yeah, he is.
No, before the season.
No, that winning narrative you can't talk about because anyone you want to pick up, they're on losing teams, so you can't really use the winning.
It's not about.
What did Julius Randle win before this season?
It's not about winning games. It's about being a winner. It's about how you carry yourself.
What do you mean? How do you carry yourself? How does Karl Anthony Towns carry himself? Is he out clubbing at 2-3 o'clock in the morning?
He's out being a simp. He's out being a simp. You see what he's doing to
Jordan Wood,
Tristan. Jordan. I mean, come on, my brother, man.
What?
No, but that don't gotta do with it. But
I
don't think the winning narrative. You
that
can't use that.
narrative right there makes no sense.
Yeah,
how does he carry himself? How does he carry himself?
I agree with Kev on this, even though I don't really want Kev. I wouldn't do that trade.
No, please. How does he carry himself?
He's not a winner. I want people.
How does he carry himself?
He carries himself soft. Kind of soft.
Kev. And then he has nothing to back it up with.
Kev, stop asking the same question over and over and let him answer the question.
He can't
because it don't make him look crazy. It make it look like you are going bananas. It look like you having a meltdown.
Okay, well, I would like to answer the question, please.
Right, but you already said that 7 times.
Okay.
All right.
Can you leave the pizza at the door? I'm
hold on, Spree. Devon has to answer the question.
Okay.
Kev, relax. Please relax.
I'm relaxed.
Please, thank you. Karl Anthony Towns. So you would trade all these? So you would trade Mitchell Robinson, RJ Barrett, first round picks for Cat, right? That's what you're saying? You would blow this team up for Cat.
I mean, if you're going to include a package, I wouldn't include RJ Barrett. If you're going to give up all the draft picks, no.
That's what you would have
to do. But yes, I would give up. I would give up
a so-called talent. Like
if I had to give up all these draft picks, Mitch, maybe Obi, fine, okay, yes.
But that's still not going to get you Karl Anthony Towns up. You would still have to.
RJ
Barrett would have to be a part of that deal.
No, he wouldn't. So here's the package that you give him. You give him Kevin Knox, Mitchell Robinson, 2 first-round picks this year, the 2 first-round picks in 23, and 2 second-round picks in say 2022. That's 6 draft picks and 2 players.
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I'm good. I'll pass on that one.
That's like
what are you gonna do about all these? Hold on. What are you gonna do with them 6 players?
I mean, you could trade it for different things or move.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trade
hold on. You're gonna trade them. You're gonna trade them for different spare parts, or you can trade them for a Hemi engine.
Karl Anthony Towns, you're
I'm not trading 6 picks and 2 players for Cat.
That's 8 players, right? That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I'm not trading that much for him, bro. You're bugging.
Yeah, I mean,
you bugging.
I don't see why not. Because Karl Anthony Towns will put you guys in a place that you've never been to in your lives.
That's what they thought when we traded for Carmelo Anthony, right?
It's called championship contention.
There has been in his life that
remember what we did to trade for Carmelo Anthony? And can you say that Karl Anthony is better than Karl Anthony Towns?
Well, the thing about Melo, though, the thing about Melo is this: we didn't give up all those draft picks for Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
We gave up a bunch of players that we got from different places. You know what I'm saying? We gave up young players, and Ray Felton? Ray Felton signed with us after Charlotte didn't pick up his 5th year option, right? But
the premise is that we had to give up young players, X amount of players in this to get a certain type of all-star caliber player. And we're falling into that same trap of we're going to have to give up draft picks or players or combinations of these to get an all-star player. So what I'm saying is, we've done this before already, and it didn't lead us to championship.
Hold on, just because you do it wrong doesn't mean that if you do it again, it'll be wrong again.
Good point, Kev.
Would
just
you
because
do
you
it
did it
again
the wrong way
Carmelo
before
Anthony?
doesn't mean that if you do it again, it'll lead you to the same outcome.
Right.
Wait, if a player
Kev-
forces
Kev
his way,
just repeated himself.
if a player
No, I really
forces his way to a trade here and holds the other team hostage to trade him, we may not have to give up as much.
Right. We may not have to give up that much.
Right. What you all have to realize, and I hate saying this because I know Uncle Freezy thinks that we can win a championship this year. I understand and respect that is what his belief is. But I'm telling you right now, without superstar level players, and with all due respect to Julius and what he's done this season, we cannot beat the upper echelon teams.
How can you say that when you hadn't seen it?
I can say that because we haven't done it yet.
Then what? Not in the Eastern Conference.
That's a nice hat, young Si. That's a nice hat, bro.
The top two seeds in the Eastern Conference, we have yet to beat this season.
But
that is a fact.
Twice, though.
That is a fact.
But Kev, there is a fact that you are missing.
What is that?
The fact that we hadn't played them in the playoffs in a series. In a series. So you can't speculate forward. You can't project forward saying that this team, even though they have a better regular season record, is going to dominate a team that does not have the same regular season record or better.
I never even said dominate.
And that a team that started off at a slower start would not be as good as a team that started off quickly in the regular season. No pun intended. You know what I'm saying?
I have a quick question. Is it not? Is it
okay?
Is it
CP.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what has Carl Anthony done to change things in Minnesota?
Nothing.
Because if you want a player that's superstar, shouldn't that superstar show that, hey, I'm pretty dominant in what I do, and I'm raising my team to, I don't know, some type of level?
No, I don't. So I understand what you're saying because that's a common sense argument. But at the same, but at the same time, you can't just throw that out there because the same thing can be said with Chris Bosh in Toronto. What did Chris Bosh do in Toronto before he got to the Miami Heat?
Yeah,
How come he could take it?
He was the third best player. That's different.
Right, but he was only the third best player because LeBron James might be the greatest player to ever play.
Right.
Yeah, but at least with Chris Bosh, people said, you know what? He's an all-star. He is a dominant player. No one says that about Carl Anthony Towns.
Has Carl Anthony Towns been an all-star?
Yes.
2 times.
Yes.
He's a 2-time not just he made it one. He's a 2-time all-star. I mean, it's multiple.
Right.
And what is dominant? What is your definition of dominant?
That means that when he gets on the court, I'm checking for him. Like the whole game plan that the coach and the team is fearing him.
So a
They're
guy who
scared of
rolls
him.
out
I don't think nobody's scared of him.
Nobody's
out of bed and gets you 25 points and 13 rebounds every day. Literally, he rolls out of bed and you're like, he's getting 25 and 13 tonight.
Right.
Man,
I feel like he's
I hate to sound like a broken record, guys. I really do. But I'm just saying, man, if we just wait one more year, man. If we would just wait one more year.
For what? Oh, Eddie
there's
C,
so many possibilities.
Eddie C, don't do this.
So many
Eddie C.
possibilities.
Eddie C, you trying to get me on the opposite side of your argument, bro.
Chris Paul.
Nah, bro. No,
Brady
you
Beal,
can't. No, you
Zach
can't
Lavine.
wait. No, you
so
can't.
many possibilities.
You can't wait because winning is not guaranteed to anybody. Ask the Washington Wizards. Ask the Houston Rockets.
Oh man,
winning is
I don't
not
know,
winning.
Man.
You can't take winning for granted, bro. You can't. Because we heard this argument before. Wait till Kevin Durant and Kyrie become free agents.
I just think it's different now, man.
No,
I just think it's different.
But you can't say it's
because
different.
We were a losing organization with multiple bad things, and now it's
Eddie
different.
C, but you just argue with Hoodie Kev on the same thing. Like now it's like well, let's just wait and blah, blah, blah. But just a few moments ago, you argued with Hoodie Cav in a similar thing where you took an opposite stance.
Did G-Man leave?
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
Okay, I made a picture of him. I get that little right. Is
that looks fire? I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Little giants there.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, my man got talent, man. Yeah, my man got. Hey, so Ethan.
I got.
What's up?
So Ethan. So Hadouken Sharon was dancing around my question, right? And honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Dancing around.
Yeah, I was hoping that you would show up because I asked him a question, and I want you to see if you can answer. Because Hadouken Sharon danced around the question, right? So I asked him. So this is an off-season question too, Ethan.
Yeah.
Right? So I asked him, what is the first move that you make in the off season? What do you think is the priority move number one in the off season? So Hadouken Sharon said, go grab a point guard. And I was like, and then I asked, so which point guard? He said, De'Aaron Fox. I knew, it was a trap. I set the trap for Hadouken. I didn't mean in a friendly way. in a friendly way, I set the trap for him. Right. So he said De'Aaron Fox. And I was like, well, why De'Aaron Fox? And he said, because you need a guy that can get his own points and play make. And so I sprung the trap by saying, if he is a playmaker and is going to hold the ball, what does that do for Julius Randle and RJ Barrett, who like to have touches?
And he's not a catch and shoot type threat from the corner.
Yeah. So what is your option at point? What do you suggest is the first thing that we do this offseason?
See, I don't really know because I want to figure out the lay of the land first. Because there's a bunch of different options that we still don't know about. Like with Orlando, they have 3 young point guards who are playing really good right now. So they're gonna have to get rid of at least 1 or 2. In Golden State,
where Hadouken go? Oh, there he is. I thought he left. I'm sorry.
In Golden State, if they go above the luxury tax one more year, they're gonna have to pay that $300 million tax. So they probably won't want to do that. So they might have to get rid of Wiggins, and I really want Wiggins on this team because I think that he will be good alongside RJ. I talked with State about that. We also agree about Jonathan Isaac if the Magic want to move him. So I'm thinking about those two.
Nice.
I like Jonathan Isaac, and I'm also thinking about when it comes to the point guard situation. I want a dude who I want to be able to operate more as a pick and roll type of dude because when we have Mitch, we have a lot of length on the floor. So I want somebody who can operate the pick and roll well and can also catch and shoot. When we have Mitch, we have a lot of length.
Hey, so somebody's got the replay playing in the background. Ain't either.
Oh yeah, so I just said that I don't know the point guard yet because I don't really know about Lonzo yet because we do play a lot of half court. So I don't know about Lonzo. So I just want a dude who can run the pick and roll and Lonzo doesn't attack the basket enough for me. I want somebody who can run the pick and roll and who's also a catch and shoot threat and also in case of those close game moments can create his own shot. So like maybe there's a Schroeder type. I don't know.
Then a Schroeder type?
I don't know. Because there's a bunch of different options out there.
Lonzo.
So Hadouken Sharon, so you heard what he said, right? I think we may be able to, based off of what you said, I think we could acquire all those guys. Would you be on board for that? And does that turn us into a championship contender day one?
I missed the last part he said, but yeah, I didn't really hear. I just came back. I was doing something just now.
Okay. So he said get Wiggins and Jonathan Isaac to go with Hadouken. I mean, not Hadouken Sharon.
No, if we can get one of those.
Hey, Duke, you can't play point in the NBA right now, bro. But your point though about De'Aaron Fox.
I would. The thing is that I do like Jonathan Isaac, but to me, like that ACL that he tore is just like tough. But I mean, I like him as a player. He's a good defensive player, and he has potential scoring wise as well. But I would get Wiggins though, because I'm a fan of Wiggins. I would get him if we could get him. But I don't think they're letting him go. I think they're gonna keep him.
I think that the only reason that they will let him go is because they have to pay Steph, Clay, Draymond, And if they go into the luxury tax one more year, they're gonna have to pay another tax of $300 million.
The repeater tax.
The repeater tax. So I don't think they want to pay that because they're wasting a lot of money right now for an AC.
And I think, to be honest with you, I think the move they're going to make this offseason, and it's going to be a heartbreaker, but I think they're going to give a team 2 high lottery picks to take Draymond Green's salary because right now he gives them nothing. Right?
I won't say that. Because for this year, right now, he's helping out Steph a lot because Steph can play off the ball a bit more. But next year, when Klay comes back, it might be different.
Right.
So how does this guy Luka that we signed, and also I'm assuming Rose is going to be back next year? That doesn't change our thinking at all, right?
No.
It's a weird situation when it comes down to both because you want Rose to be your backup, but you sign Luka and you also have Quickly. And if you want to get another point guard this offseason, that's going to be 4 point guards who all deserve minutes. So it'll be a different weird situation.
I don't think Luka deserves minutes.
I'm about to say, why does Luka deserve minutes?
No, I'm just saying that they're going to want to see what he is.
Well, they can do that.
He deserves minutes in the summer league.
That's what Tom Thibodeau said. We will see in the summer.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
He didn't say we don't see in the regular season.
We don't know what we have with him.
Right.
Yeah, all I saw was his
that's just
tape.
like a
It's
draft
kinda
pick.
good.
That's not nothing. Don't get caught up on the highlights because he's coming pro.
Right.
And that's a
So
whole
shout out to Rob the
different
Nick.
animal.
Rob the Nick, hello, how you doing, bro?
Peace.
Salute, Rob.
Salute,
Rob,
salute, young fly.
Freezy, can I
on?
ask everybody a question real quick?
Sure.
Of course.
In our next game, how many points y'all think Julius Randle or Reggie Bullock are gonna make?
Okay, get that question to Kev. Kev, what'd you say?
Posh Kev,
everybody. Well,
Hoodie Kev knows about Reggie. He knows the answer about Reggie. It's going to be a lot. Hoodie Kev, what's your answer?
He said Julius, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
and Bullock.
Bullock.
Julius will probably have 26, and Reggie Bullock probably have like 8.
8?
18.
Okay, wait.
Maybe 9.
Wait for it. Wait for it, Kev. How many is Knox gonna get?
Knox probably isn't gonna get any points.
0.
And the point that's saying how many points is Theo Pinson gonna get? How many points is Jared Harper gonna get? Or Pele gonna get?
I'm not gonna lie, you're kind of disrespecting Knox by comparing them to
That's
Knox.
right, and I apologize.
Reggie Bullock's going to give us 17 points tomorrow. Today.
Thank you very much, Spree.
And when he comes with like 8, then
I was gonna say about 15, but yeah, he's about due.
It's gonna be like 8 or 9 at the most.
He will be closer to
Bullock, it don't
17
matter
than
about how
8.
many points he actually gets. It's about when he makes his points for me, personally.
That's a good point, too.
And he'll have 6 points in the first quarter, and he'll have 2 points the rest of the game.
What is with your obsession with saying that Reggie Bullock is it only scores his points early? That's a false narrative.
It is
That is not a false narrative.
It is kind of true.
That is a legit true statement.
It is kind of true.
But I don't agree with that later on in the year that he spaced it out more. Early on in the year.
No, it's still about the same.
Nah.
It's still the same. I'm not even making it up.
If you break down Reggie Bullock's stats, in his second and third quarters, he averages only 2.5 points in those 2 quarters.
What about the fourth quarter?
I don't know about the fourth quarter. I just saw the stat on Twitter that says in the second and third quarter.
The only time I've ever seen Reggie Bullock score in the fourth quarter is when he hit that 3 to tie the game up. I don't remember any other time. Legit, I watched everything.
He got a mid-range He got a mid-range during the Lakers game.
I bet you know how many times he knocked the ball out of bounds.
I think the Clippers game.
Once every fourth quarter.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm disappointed in Reggie Bullock, and that Reggie Bullock got that 10-footer to win the game against the Lakers, and it was like he didn't even know what to do. He didn't know whether to take it to the rim, go hard, and try to score and get fouled, or to stop and shoot a smooth mid-range jumper. And
That whole
like,
game, Reggie Bullock's legs were dead.
Yeah.
It looked like his legs were dead that whole game.
Yeah, and so that kind of frustrated me because all he had to do was shoot a professional jump shot there, and the Knicks win, and we're talking about a 5-game win streak, I think, and he misses because he didn't know what to do in the moment. So I'm frustrated.
Still mad?
Yes, yeah, because of what it meant to us. Because of what it meant to us. See, we could have been secure in the 4th seed right now. We could have been secure.
Derrick Rose without the blockout. That you mad about that too?
There would be no Derrick Rose blockout.
There would be no. Well, it was the rebounding throughout the game. It wasn't just the Rose blockout. The rebounding, offensive rebounds, the whole game.
Right. But that last 30 seconds, it wouldn't even matter because Reggie Bullock hits that shot and we go up by 6.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
But you can't determine that because you can't really predict what was going to go down on the other side.
Right, Rob. What I'm saying is, if Reggie Bullock makes that shot, we go up 6. That's a fact.
Okay, yeah, but you still don't know what the game would have been determined at the end because of it.
Right. No, and that with you, I agree because the Lakers could have came down and hit 2 straight threes in time.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, Devon, stop with your Laker fandom, bro. Cut it out. Cut it out. So what I'm saying is Reggie Bullock there has to make that play. You're a professional NBA player. They give you a wide open 10-foot, and it might have been 12 foot, but anyway,
really freezy.
Rob, was he not wide open?
Look, we done seen people miss layups. You talking
Randall
about
was
10 feet away
for the game winner.
But Randall had a good shot. He had a good little floater. I know he doesn't really shoot that shot.
Randall was scared of 80 that whole play. That whole play, Randall was looking back at 80 to see if he was coming up from behind him on that game winner. It
was a good look.
Right. What I'm saying is a professional shooting guard, small forward, in that situation when you in that area by yourself can knock down that shot. Come on, bro.
As a shooter,
But
that's
look,
supposed to be our shooter.
look in a situation like that, he had 3 defenders around him anyway. It wasn't like he was just there. He dribbled to the spot, and he dribbled to a spot that people were standing. Yeah, he pulled up, and he missed it. But at the end of the day, I see that I see that every game on every team.
True. That's true.
I mean, here's the bottom line. I just want to go back really quick to we're talking about Bullock. Okay, so he scores more of his points early. He's still scoring points, and I only need Reggie Bullock late in games when Julius is getting double to knock down threes. Yes, he's got to do more of that late in games. But Reggie Bullock ain't going to be getting the ball, ISOing people, or doing anything crazy late in games. We don't want him doing that. You just got to space the floor.
Right.
They acting like you making $40 million.
Spree's whole argument was just flip-flop.
No, I'm just saying. Look, I'm just saying this. If he
scores, at first he was like, he scores. He doesn't get all the points in the first quarter.
Well, then
now it's like he may have scored most of it in the first, but all I need him to do is.
Hey, look, Kevin. What he didn't do is put his foot in the sand. When 3 people said that he did, he said, "Okay." See, they don't do what you do.
I'll say this.
You argue the point.
I think
when
it's
4
fair.
People done already said it. He said, okay.
Let me finish. I'll say this. I think it's fair to say he scores more points early in games. However, I think he's done a better job over these last 20. I need to look at the numbers, because I haven't looked at it. But in watching the games, I think he has done a better job scoring later in games than he did the first 40 games of the year. My whole thing is this. If Reggie Bullock gives me 15 points a night on making close to 40% of his threes the way he's been doing, and he just spaces the floor for late in games and can knock down a few, that's all we're asking. I don't need him to score.
That's his $5 million job.
That's all he's got to do.
$5 million job.
I don't care. If he gives me 15 points throughout the game, whether it's in the first quarter or the fourth quarter, I'm happy. He ain't Julius Randle on this team.
Right.
Yeah, 15 for Reggie Bullock is extra points.
A $5 million player giving you 15 points. Look around the league and see how many people doing that.
Right. Good
now,
point,
if Reggie Bullock does something stupid late in the game, okay, I'm going to come on here and bash him because I need him to be smart. Don't turn the ball over. Don't miss layups. Just play your role. Okay, right. But I'm not going to sit here and go nutty on Reggie Bullock because he ain't giving me 8 to 10 points in the last 8 minutes or in crunch time. No, sorry.
Quick question.
I will concede to your point that Reggie Bullock has been scoring more the last 15 or so games, right? 15, 20 games. I pulled up every game that Reggie Bullock has played this season, and he scored more. But this just goes to show you how little he was scoring before then. You know what Reggie Bullock is averaging for the season?
10
points. 10 points.
No, I agree.
His
For
average
$5 million,
has
for
jumped
$5 million, show me somebody
tremendously.
around.
But so that goes to show you how little he was doing
But
before.
for $5 million, show me somebody around the league giving you 10 points.
You know, at that point in time, at this point in time, it doesn't matter. You want to know why it doesn't matter? Because he's playing 30 minutes a game. So I don't care how much you make. I don't care how much you make. At the end of the day, if you were on the court for 30 minutes a game,
how many times
he's contributing to winning?
How many
played
times does he shoot the
46
ball a game?
minutes.
Good.
Over time, he played 46 minutes
to
and had
winning.
8 points. The man
He's
played
contributing
46
to
minutes
winning.
and had 8 points.
That's
But how
cool.
many times
He's
is he
contributing to
cool?
winning.
That's
yes.
cool. That's
yes,
cool.
it's cool. Because we're winning on the floor with him.
How many points does he score?
That's all that counts.
And we can't really take him off the floor because of his defense late in the game.
We're winning
He shoots
on
the
the
ball 8
floor with
times a
him.
game,
Case
9
closed.
times a game.
And I agree. He didn't score. It does show he didn't score a ton early in the year. The first 40, 30, I agree. He's picked it up a little bit. I just think he still needs to play. I don't think it really changes.
We're winning on the floor with him. That's
I'm
all
just saying,
that
y'all
matters.
are expecting a lot out of a guy who just doesn't score.
No, we don't. We're looking at the team, the whole team. Now
Right.
he's a part of the team, but he's a winning piece on the team because he plays defense.
You can't expect
And
nobody to score more than 10 points.
we don't need 30 from him to win the game. We need solid defense from him, and that's what we get every night.
3 and D. That's what we need. 3 and D. Just make 40% of the threes that you take. He doesn't take a ton, but when he takes them, make 40% of them and play defense. Serviceable defense on the best players. Doesn't have to be great. It has to be good enough. That's all I'm asking. And there's been times where he has not played great defense and it's looked really bad. But there's also been a lot of times where he's held his own.
Right. And so somebody said something in the chat. Where is it? Somebody said Alawaz said Knox makes more than Bullock and gives us nothing.
So,
damn.
What someone said? Simmer.
What
Say
difference
Simmer
is how
about
much Kevin Knox makes?
25.
I don't know if people try to bring up Kevin Knox to like hurt my feelings or something.
Man, your feelings better not get hurt over
hurt
Kevin
my
Knox.
feelings. It's because
No.
what's the purpose of bringing that up exactly?
Hey, Posh Kev, you better not. Your feelings better not. Yeah, you
My
better
feelings
not.
are
get
hurt.
your
I'm
feelings
trying to figure out like why do people constantly do
Nah,
stuff like
you
that?
do get trolled. That is obvious.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, like how much Kevin Knox makes is relevant to this conversation. How?
Guys, I came late into the party. Did you guys talk about Alec MJ Burke's performance last night?
And what does MJ stand for?
Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Are we gonna forget about that or
No, I talked about that.
All
I
right.
spoke to that earlier. I spoke to that like in the first few
But
minutes.
you can speak about it some more. What you got, Free? What you got? Free?
just that I never said he was MJ, but I think for a couple minutes in the fourth quarter of games, it's he's just a smooth operator. Tib says he's a Swiss Army knife. That's what he is. He can do anything on the floor, whether COVID or not. You put him in there. The bottom line is this guy is clutch. And I don't want to hear this nonsense that Alec Burke, yeah, maybe my MJ talk was a little nutty, but my point is valid. The guy is a clutch performer.
Yes.
That's all I got to say.
And let's not forget the one that actually brought the game back. That was RJ Barrett with 19 in the second half. That actually.
And so before y'all
started
got here,
coming
I used this reference. And I don't know if y'all will get it. Maybe myself, maybe Rob the Nick. Rob is here. But anyway, back in the day, I was at my friend's house and we was watching this thing called The Late Late Show. Right? It used to come on at night on I think it's Channel 2. It used to be the Late Show where they used to show scary
CBS.
movies. Yeah, exactly. And so they used to show like these scary movies. So they showed this movie trailer, and the music of the movie trailer was dun dun dun, and the dude came on the thing. Don't go in the water. And you see this girl with her bikini on. She walks
The
to
name
the
of
water.
the movie was Jaws.
Yeah, chill out, man. Let me tell my story, Si. I'm spoiling it. So it was like dun it, dun it, dun it. And my homeboy Ron, you know what I'm saying? Because we was like 9, we thought we was tough. You know what I'm saying? We tough guy. And so back in the day, a sign of being tough was like you roll your sleeve up on your shirt. Because back then mechanics and stuff used to roll up a pack of cigarettes in a thing. You know what I'm saying? Put it in a thing or whatever. So the movie trailer is playing, and y'all follow me because the movie trailer thing is a reference to RJ Barrett's late third quarter, early fourth quarter performance. We just saw a snippet of the Knicks' future and RJ Barrett commanding a double team. You had never saw that before in the 2 years that RJ Barrett has been here, right? So they're like dun it, and this dude is running down the pier like, get out of the water. Get out of the water. And he has this thing called a megaphone screaming, get out of the water, get out of the water. And you can see a fin screaming through the water, blazing fast, headed towards people, right? And so all of a sudden it's like dun it. And this big shark at the side of a school bus jumps out of the water and swallows up this person. All you see is the water turning red, right? And my homeboy Ron starts screaming like a little baby girl. Ah! And his mama come running out the bedroom with hair rollers in her hair. Y'all remember hair rollers? Remember when people used to put hair rollers in their hair before they go to sleep in their house coat?
Mm-hmm.
And his father, Big Ron, came out the room with a cigarette in his hand like, what you screaming for, boy? And I was like, Big Ron, how you wake up out of your sleep and you got a cigarette half smoked? That just baffled me. Did you fall asleep smoking a cigarette, Big Ron? And so anyway, it was a trailer for a movie that would come out the next summer. Back then, we used to call them blockbusters. When movies used to be the big movie that come out during the summertime. So I likened that to RJ Barrett's movie trailer of late in third quarter, early fourth quarter, right? Because I think RJ, what you saw during that time is what's to come next year. When RJ Barrett commands double teams and Julius Randle commands double teams, and teams that face us defensively have to double team both guys, and now you open up the floor for cats like Quickly, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, Derrick Rose, the 2 rookies to come in to eat offensively because the gravity on the floor will be focused on Julius Randle and RJ Barrett.
Yes.
And as I say that, Rob the Knick disappears. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob the Knick.
Good analogy. I like
so Spree. So the thing is, what I'm getting at is this: the gravity from a team having to adjust to RJ Barrett opened up the floor for Alec Burks, and Alec Burks went haywire. Right?
Yeah.
He went bananas. In single coverage, you got to double team Julius and RJ. So with single coverage on Alec Burks. So that means any guy that we get from here on out to be in that role, if RJ Barrett is able to maintain that style of play, if he is, then that means anybody we get in that role, including our 2018 first round pick in that role, is going to thrive in that role.
I sure hope so.
Rob the Knick, why you disappear when I was telling my jaw story, bro?
Man, I got a brand new modem and router today. Right. And this thing I should have kept my old one.
Right. Hey, so you remember
said that they speeded it up and I don't know what's going on. They've been jumping off all day.
Did you remember that movie Jaws? Remember the movie?
No
trailer?
doubt, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my homeboy Ron started screaming like a little girl. He was like, ah, after the shark jumped out the water. Because we didn't know what was, all we saw was the fin. Remember the fin going through the water real fast?
Uh-huh.
And then when you saw them teeth bust out, when you saw them teeth bust out the water, I ain't never seen no. Because bro, the only water because I grew up in New Jersey public schools, so the only swimming pool I saw was the pool at your school. You know what I mean?
You had a pool at your school?
Yes, PS15. Yes.
Oh wow!
Dang, you that old, Freezy? They didn't even name the schools.
Yeah, it had a name, bro.
Bro, they still do that. I have. What is this man talking about?
Nah, the school I went to.
Nah, they don't do that on the West Coast. That's why.
Pretty
That's why
cool.
I said that.
I didn't have a pool in my
that
school.
makes sense.
It was called
Whitney.
Whitney M. Young Junior School. That's the name of the school, man. But it was PS15. So it was like if you ever seen that movie Lean on Me, that's what it was like.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was like.
Yeah, y'all had a pool inside or outside?
Downstairs under the building. Downstairs
we had one in high school, but not in junior high.
Yeah, we had one in high school too. I went to Dickinson High. We had a pool downstairs.
How you guys got pools? Damn.
Yeah, man.
You must have went to a good school.
No. But that's when back in the day, that's when people used to put money in education because we had a band room and all that. But they cut all that stuff out, man. They cut all anyway. The point of it all is RJ Barrett commanded a double team against the Spurs, and it's the first time that I had seen it since RJ Barrett had been with the Knicks. And if you got a double team RJ and Julius Randle, them cats like Kevin Knox are gonna eat if Kevin Knox can get on the floor.
And guess if you have a good point guard that can shoot and do the same thing, you're gonna have to worry about 3 people.
Yep.
But all those double teams, they were in the second half, right?
Yeah, they were late in the third quarter.
My question: do you think he'll get those doubles earlier in games? I mean, RJ struggled early in games.
Yeah,
he doesn't get off to a hard.
It depends. In the playoffs, they always play different, so it all depends on how they play.
Right, and because you can't afford to get out to like in the regular season, you can afford to get out to a 17-point lead because if you come back, you can come back. If you don't, you just moving on to the next city anyway.
Unless it's the Heat, though. The Heat trap RJ early and like the guards early on the top.
Yeah, they do that. They constantly do that to us. That's why it's important for us to have Elfrid Payton get off to good starts at the beginning of games or bench Elfrid Payton.
I just want him to do decent. That's all I want. Like I'm tired of like saying that he's bad. I just want him to do something because that's all I need him to do.
Something like what?
Like finish properly and not just take like dumb takes every single time. Because he just forces a layup every single time, even when he knows it's not wide open.
I have an interesting Elfrid Payton take I'd like to share.
Go ahead.
Just really quick. So he's definitely going to play in game 1 of the playoffs and probably throughout the playoffs. But assuming he plays badly down the stretch and plays bad in the first 7 minutes of the game in game 1, is there any chance, if it doesn't go very well, the way Frank has been playing, the way Rose has been playing, and the way Burks, now that Burks is back, is there any chance that Payton may get benched later on in the playoffs?
I hope not.
Frank is not a point guard, bro. Frank is a 6'4" Tree Rollins.
Yeah, and he hasn't even had he's played good 2 games.
Frank is not a point guard, man. Frank is
not a starter.
Put Elf on the shelf, like they said.
I play Burks at point guard.
You can't disturb what it is, and you can't put Burks as the starting point guard because that just ruins off the bench. You can't just
let me tell you something. Look,
Elfrid
Payton doesn't play fourth quarters. Not in pretty much in the last 5 to 7 games.
You're right.
So therefore, he's worked. If Frank continues I think Tibbs is going to try him out probably 1 or 2 more times, and if Elf keep on doing that, he's going to be out the game because he's not going to tolerate that too much. If Frank goes consistent the first 2 games and he keep on hitting that open jump shot and playing defense the way he's playing, I think Tibbs is going to trust him some more.
I agree.
Some more to do what? Please don't tell me.
Playoffs.
Please don't tell me.
Come in and play.
Be a spacer, not a point guard. Not a point guard. But
no, he is not a point guard.
Elfrid Payton is the worst starting. I had a conversation with somebody. Of all the playoff teams, he is the worst starting point guard among every playoff team that's in this thing.
What is your
Please tell me another person that's in the top 10 play-ins in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Name me another guy that's worse than Elfrid Payton. I'll wait.
You got to understand that none of us are saying he's good. It's
we agree with
you.
Well, but look,
what is your solution?
I'm leaning.
I don't have a solution.
Look,
I'm just frustrated.
Then you can't
look,
change
don't
it.
act like
No
don't
solution.
act like it's
There's
not
no
a
point.
solution. If he got hurt, what would happen?
There is a solution.
We
That's
gonna go home?
That's a different. That's a
No,
different
but
thing.
so
That's a
there
different
is a
scenario.
solution.
That's where he goes.
There is a solution.
That's where he
That's a
goes.
scenario.
What's the solution? What do we do?
Shoot, you can go with Burke like they do in the fourth quarter anyway.
I agree with doing that in the fourth quarter.
quick?
I don't think you could do that in the first quarter, though.
No, you can start off with Rose and then go with Burke in the second quarter.
They don't have to play Elfrid Payton if they.
You're right. You're right, Rob. You're right.
Could do that.
We don't have to play Elfrid Payton if we don't want
There's
to.
solutions now.
I mean, do you think Tibbs would do that? Do you think Tibbs would the whole year? This is what we've done.
If he goes in the playoffs doing that and he sees that we really have a real shot to win, I think Tibbs will shock the world.
Yeah,
if he shrinks the minutes any in the playoffs, the minutes are coming from Peyton and Quickly and Obi Toppin. Remember the three people whose minutes will be.
Okay, so this is assuming Payton is garbage early in a series, and we have an elimination game where we're about to close out a team, or it's 3-all, 3-2. I could see him starting Rose, like you said, and playing Burks. That's a good point, Rob. I think it's possible. I really do, because Elfrid Payton's giving us absolutely nothing over the past month, and he's not even playing good defense. He looks disinterested to me. That's why you're not seeing him at all. I mean, he's barely playing now. The 6 or 7 minutes that he's in there is garbage. He's hurting the team.
Is Elf part of the trade? Are they leaving him?
Oh, he's a free agent. We're not signing him back.
Okay. I thought that last year.
Right, I disagree. I think they bring Elf back.
I don't.
Crazy,
There's no way they bring him back.
I bet
$100 to 10.
I don't think that Elfrid Payton wants to be here anymore.
I don't like Elfrid Payton.
I think
the way he's playing, it doesn't look like he wants to be here. But I think, like Tibbs, I think he likes him for real.
No, I think as Jay Book and Kev had told you the story before.
He sits by himself.
Elfrid Payton does not want to be here. Even if the Knicks try to bring him back, I think he's done being in New York.
Nobody gonna try to bring him back.
He doesn't cheer.
That's not what I'm saying. I said if the Knicks wanted to bring him back. I think he himself is
Tibbs
done.
likes him though.
I don't think
if
his
they
head's
bring
in
him
it.
back, I'll honestly say it's the same old Knicks.
I don't think his head's in the game anymore. Like he doesn't look interested.
But y'all keep saying
And that's what I said. I said he doesn't want to be here.
He's
but
not a
Tibbs
good
still likes
basketball
him.
player. That's
right.
all to it.
But these are the same conversations we had in 2020.
No, not me. I gave him.
And then,
I gave him
the
a pass.
COVID hit, and then nobody got COVID.
I don't even think
Elfrid Payton was not.
He's worse this year than he was last year.
Yeah, well, that is true. That's true.
Elfrid Payton was not in this mental state that he was last year. And I think that has to be accounted for. I just, like I said, to him, Elfrid is a kid from some small town in Louisiana, right?
Then he has to go to the Pelicans.
When all the attention is
Hoodie,
pointed,
get in your Arcadia and drive him to the Pelicans.
well, it's not even that. It's when all the attention, when you
Put the 3
are,
on his shape and
when
put him
you're-
in the Pelicans.
when you're the person who is hated the most, that's a lot to handle. There's no point for Elfrid Payton to handle that anymore. He'll be fine if he went and go back up somebody and like.
I can't with you, Si. You're done.
Hoodie
I'm
Cam.
gonna put you in a timeout.
You need to
Silas.
go in timeout right now. You're acting wild. Like a wolf.
So what Kev is saying is his mind state is not, he's not locked in.
Can I add on to that?
Well,
Yeah,
check
yeah.
it out.
So remember, if you don't remember, the year before he got to the Knicks, he was in New Orleans, right? And he started off that season, 8 of his first 10 games, he got triple doubles, and then he got injured, and then he came over to the Knicks. So he was in his hometown, and they didn't want him back.
Nah, was that Phoenix? I think that was Phoenix.
He did it in New
No,
Orleans.
I did that in New Orleans.
Oh, okay.
And his hometown team didn't want him back after he was giving them triple doubles close to nightly.
Okay.
Oh wow, they quit on him for real?
Yeah, because the thing, and I tell Hoodie Kev this all the time. He is tank commander, right? Elfrid Payton is tank commander. Like for instance, I told Kev the story
like his
about
hometown really quit on him.
Right. That's what it is. And like some people are not used to an environment of success. They like to toil in misery.
All of their stuff.
Right. Like Devon, this is what I told Kev. Right. So I was talking to this girl on the phone. Right. We've been talking for a long time. Right? We had this is back then. This is the 80s. This is a long time ago. Long time ago. So I was talking to this girl on the phone, and she was like, how it feels to get a bad rap because she live in the projects. People think just because she live in the projects that she is a project girl, and everybody that come from the projects get looked at a certain way, right? Okay. And so I was like, yeah, I dig that. I understand that, man. That's not fair. You can't just judge a book by its cover. You got to get to know people and all this stuff. So I saved up my pages. Yeah. And so I saved up. So I got paid that Friday. My check was $88. I never forget. My check was $88, but I thought I was in big money, man.
That was stuff.
Yeah. And so I went to the thing, cashed my check. The dude took like $5 out my check to cash it. I was like, good Lord, you taking $5 out my check just to cash it? So anyway, I take her to this upscale restaurant. I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I wanted to take this special girl that I had liked to this special place that everybody was talking about. Right? I was hoping the bill wouldn't be more than $40 because I needed to put gas in my car. I had like I forget what the name. I think it was like a old whatever it was. So we get there and the dude is there in a suit and he is like, "Hello, lady, and hello, gentleman," right? Speaking to me and her. And he was like, "Why are he talking to us like that? Why are he looking at us like that?" And I was like, "Whoa, wait a minute." All he said was hello. Right. And so he was like, this way to your table. And so he pointed and he was like, she was like, this way. I ain't no dog. You ain't gonna put me on a. I'm like, calm down. Lakeisha, calm down. So she Rob, you crazy boy. You crazy. So we go to the table. He was like, "What would y'all like to drink?" And I was like, "Yo, let me get a water for me and a water for her." And then she was like, "That ain't all I'm drinking. You cheat. All you gonna buy me is water." I'm like, "Lakeisha, listen, we just got here. You got plenty of time to order what it is that you want. We just gonna start off with water." And she's like, "How you know I want water?" And I was like, "Calm down.
Ooh,
calm down, right?" And so. During the course of the night, right? So during the course of the night,
and that's why Lakeisha is not Miss Mocha,
right? That's exactly right. But the thing about it is, the waiter popped the napkin by us and wanted to put it on her lap, and she's like, "What you doing? Don't be trying to touch me!" And I was like, "Oh my god!" So and he did the same. I did like this, and he did the same thing for me. Right. And she was like, "What are you doing? We could do our own napkins." And I was like, "Calm down." Because he called it a tablecloth. She called it a napkin. Right. And Rob, you know what I'm talking about. It's the big, you know what I'm saying, thing. You know what I'm talking about. So anyway, Rob, stop messing up my story, man. So anyway, so I order for me and her, right? She like, "Why you don't have to order my food? I know all you trying to do is save money. You cheat, blah, blah, blah." And so we go on through the whole night, right? And at the end, I tip my man $15. So the check is like $50. I tip him $15. And she's like, $15? You get, and everybody in the restaurant looking at us. Like $15 to us was a lot. But people looking at us like, "Dang, all that good service, and that's all you giving him is $15." But that's all I could afford because I needed to eat the next week and have gas for my car.
Covered the 15%.
Yes.
And more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she was like, yo, I'm gonna take this $15. And I was like, no, you don't. No, you don't. Leave that money right there. Right? He don't deserve no 15. That's his job. And so we leave. I take her to her house. We stop in front, and we used to call them B-boys and troopers, right? They out in front of the so they had a fire barrel going. They out there singing. We used to call it doo-wopping. When you standing by a fire barrel and everybody's singing, they doo-wopping, whatever.
I clearly know what doo-wop is.
Oh, okay, all right. Just okay.
I used to kind of dabble in that myself.
Okay. So hear me out, right? So we get out. You know what I'm saying? I open the door for her. She waiting in the car. She sucking her teeth, and so she like, yo, you gonna come upstairs? You know what I'm saying? We gonna kick it. I'm like, nah, man, I'm tired. And so she like, yo, you sure you don't want to come upstairs? You know what I'm saying? We can kick it, cause my mom just rented what's the joint? What's the joint? God dog it. Not The Last Dragon. It was so Rob, you remember this when we used to go to the video store on the corner, you can rent the movie. What's the rap joint? It was a rap movie.
Beat Street.
She was like, yo, I got Beat Street. Yo, I love Beat Street, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I want to go up there and watch it bad, but not with her. Right? And so I was like, nah, man, I'm tired, man. She was like, you sure? I was like, yeah, my cat's sick, man. I gotta go home and give her some medicine. And she was like, nah, come on, man. Hang out for a little bit. I was like, nah, man, my grandma wanna quilt a blanket. I gotta go home and help my grandma quilt her blanket. And so she was like, you for real? I was like, yeah. She was like, nah, come upstairs, man. We can have fun. We can kick it. I was like, nah, man, my pops need for me to help him shine his shoes. I was trying to think of every excuse in the book to get away from her, because me and her was never going to do nothing else again, because she is a Elfrid Payton, right? She is a Elfrid Payton. Like, the new moment is so different. The new moment is so different that she can't be happy in that moment. She is an Elfrid Payton. Like you so used to a certain thing that when you get put into a new thing, you can't deal. You can't deal with it, and that's what Elfrid Payton is, in my opinion. Elfrid Payton is.
It sounds like to me she ain't never been out before.
Right, not in that environment. But you know what though? Before this season, every season that Elfrid Payton started for a team, they went straight to the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Elfrid Payton and his 388 starts. Every team he had started for had been in the lottery. So now that Elfrid Payton is the starter for a winning team, he can't mentally handle it. Like Lakeisha at the restaurant. Talk about a doggy bag before we even before the meal come out. You're like, Lakeisha, you talking about a doggy bag? How about enjoy your meal and have a good conversation? So anyway, Spree don't know nothing about that, right? But whatever. So
I like it, man. I like your analogy, man. I mean, look, he's gonna be here for the rest of the season. I don't know.
And next year.
We'll see. I mean,
it's no way.
I agree Tibbs likes him, but I think the front office.
I don't think Tibbs like him, really.
Oh,
I don't think that's
what you say, Rob? What you say?
I don't think Tibbs like him.
I think Randall.
I actually think that if this was earlier in the season and Elf was playing like this, he would have already been out of the starting lineup. But since it's at the end of the season, he don't want to change nothing up.
All year. Look how his minutes diminished all year. We playing 14 points a night now.
I'll be right back, y'all.
I think Tibbs,
but that doesn't mean he doesn't like him. That just means that he's not playing good.
He's not playing good.
I don't mean like that. He doesn't like him on the court. That's nothing personal.
But I think Randall likes him like as teammate wise.
I don't think he's going to be on the team next year.
I think Randall sidestepping him now because Randall getting too much love in New York that he didn't get last year. You know, Randall is sidestepping that foolishness. Randall going with what the fans going with because since they feeling him now, he ain't gonna mess that up for him.
The front office sees what we see, and the bottom line is, Elfrid can play defense.
I hope they do.
But the bottom line is we need an upgrade at that position if we're going to take this thing.
It wasn't no rush to get it. They did it the right way. This team went from everybody thinking that we needed to do something to keeping the team in place. Now look where the team is at. But everybody wanted to do something at the All-Star break. Oh, we need to do something. Nobody seen a 9-game win streak coming, right?
No, but I mean, like right now, we're just hoping because of how bad he's playing even worse than he was before. You are just hoping for those 6 or 7 minutes. Yeah, his minutes have reduced. Yeah, he's not seeing fourth quarters, which is fantastic. But you are just hoping he does not lose you the game for the team in those 6 to 7 minutes. Because right now, I mean, in that Raptors game, when we were on that 9-game winning streak, he almost lost us the game with those 6 or 7 minutes. He has not lost us a game in those. Actually, I'll take that back. I'm sure there have been times where his ineptness has lost us games. But my point is, he cannot, in those 6 or 7 minutes to start the game, and when he's in for like the 5 minutes in the third quarter, he just can't lose us the game. Just don't lose us the game. I don't expect much from you, but his head's got to be in the game, Rob. My issue is I don't even think he cares anymore. Like he doesn't look like he's even in the game anymore.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna put that on him.
I don't think
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put that on him because if it did, you would see his interactions when he's on the bench. Nobody's like really shawning him. So
and every time you see him miss a layup, he's always tight. He knows that he's doing something wrong.
I think that he knows that he's over his head right now with the success of the team and his play.
I think he's getting flustered.
That is over his head. That he sees as though the way that this team playing versus him, it's over his head, and that if he was to be benched, it would be a relief for him.
Yeah, and Rob, another thing is that I feel like the thing is that his energy just doesn't match the rest of the team.
Yeah,
right now, especially when we're winning.
Yeah, that's
big. Like when we talk about chemistry, like
I agree.
Like you don't see him like getting up on the bench, like how Obi, Knox, Harper, like everyone held. Like you don't see him doing that. He never does that.
Uncle Freezy.
Yo.
Can I give a shout out to the chat? Can we do the roll call?
Shout out. Do you want to do the roll call?
No, tell Uncle Freezy because.
Nah, decide. Do you want to do the roll call? Do you want to call people out by name and scream, "Get your energy up"?
You want to do that?
Yes.
You want to do that? All right. So here we go. I'm gonna say some names, right? I'm gonna do it like me and City do it. I'm gonna say a name. You scream a name and say, "In the building." What's good? You ready? You ready? I'm gonna call out 10 names. We're gonna just give it a test run. 10 names. You ready to go? You ready? Side, get your energy up. Side, get your energy up. Are you ready to rock and roll?
Yes,
you ready
sir.
to go? All right. Yes, all right. Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile is in the building.
Bam! Juju 92.
Juju 92.
Juju 92 is in the building.
Bam! Yo, Elvis is in the building.
Yo, Elvis is in the building.
Yo, Elvis is in the building.
Get your energy up.
Get them lights up.
John Cubes.
Don Cubes is in the building.
John Cubes is in the building. What's good? Rogue Sweeper.
Rogue Sweeper. You're funny, MF. Get your energy up.
Otherwise,
supposed to say Mother Trucker.
Okay, I apologize. I messed up.
Yeah, don't say that. It's very disrespectful.
Otherwise, what's good?
Otherwise
is in the building.
JJP.
Repeat that.
JJP.
JJP.
Get that energy up.
Probably somewhere cooking. JJP probably cooking right now. Keyshawn.
Keyshawn, get that energy up.
Keyshawn is in the building, rocking and rolling. Did we say Alton Lee? Alton Lee.
Alton Lee.
Alton Lee is in the building.
Get that energy up.
Yes, Alton Lee was good. Oh, here's one. That Beck. Which Beck? That Beck. Which Beck?
What Beck?
That Beck.
What Beck?
That Beck. Come on, Sai, you can do it.
Sai, do you know that Beck?
Yeah, she's right
Which
here.
Beck? Yo, that was bad funny. That was hilarious. John Weber, what's good? John Weber.
The building.
John Weber was good in the building.
So we'll do two more. We'll do two more, right? We'll do two more. Simmer Sing.
Simmer Sing in the building. What's good?
What's good? And for those that didn't know, sing means lion.
It does.
What's good?
Hey,
and the last. Oh, go ahead, boss.
Hey, I'm not your boss. You're my boss. Listen, City, get better so you get back on the chat, bruh. We love you.
City for real. City for real. Stop counting money and get in the chat, City for real.
What's wrong with City?
City had a City is under the weather.
He's in the meditation field.
Feel better.
Yeah, man. And so the last one, Eli M.
Eli M in the building.
Bam!
That energy now, boy.
Do it, yeah.
Bam! And y'all throw some fire in the chat for Young Sai.
Fire!
Now y'all show some love for Young Sai in the chat. Y'all put some fire in the chat for Young Sai. Show some love for young Sai. Hey, yo, Chris Chang, I see you, bro. I see Chris Chang.
That young hype man.
Yeah, I don't know which Chris Chang it is because it's like 14 of them. You know what I'm saying?
The one that's in Florida.
Yeah, man. Y'all put some fire in the chat for Young Sai. You know what I mean? Young Sai, that was dope. You getting us fired up. He getting us fired up 2:30 in the morning talking Knicks. Bam.
So we win in tomorrow, right?
Hoodie Cav, we went into. Oh. So let me introduce something. So Hoodie Cav and myself, we're thinking about doing something, and I want to know if would y'all be willing to participate. So Hoodie Cav and myself talked about.
It's a wet t-shirt contest.
No.
Damn.
No.
Okay.
The opposite. We thinking about doing. We thinking about calling the game tomorrow, doing the play-by-play for the game against Charlotte tomorrow.
Yes. Do it.
I want to participate.
Yes.
That's what we think. So Spree, what time are y'all gonna be on?
I know you said the Boston game.
Is it the Boston game or is it which one? So you want to do Boston
tomorrow?
As you know, I can't even watch the Hornets game.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we blacked out in the South.
Hey, Kev, you need to download FUBU on the free trial, and then you can get the game. You got a Fire Stick?
No.
Thank you, Rob.
All right. Yeah, you download FUBU. They're going to give you free 7 games, and they got MSG.
I don't even have a Fire Stick.
Okay, FUBU's coming tomorrow.
Man, Kev, you like a young 90-year-old man. You know that, right?
I was going to say.
No. Rob, he's like 127.
Yeah, about 136.
I have what's called Spectrum, and they get enough of my money.
Well, look, guess what? You need to cut Spectrum.
They get enough of my money. Actually just picked up because the basketball season
out of my nostril, bro. My whole nostril was just on the TV. Thanks a lot. I love you, but
your nostril was not on.
Yes, it was.
It wasn't nothing hanging from it. You lucky.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
So it would be better if we did the Boston game.
Boston game. Okay, bet. So what we'll do is we'll live stream the Boston game tomorrow, right?
Sunday.
I mean, well, G Money told me to say if it's the day. You know what I'm saying? I know it. Kev know what I'm getting at. So so what we're thinking about doing is doing like live streaming these games and maybe some playoff games. We definitely, if we go to Atlanta, we are definitely doing doing the Hawks Knicks game. Right? Definitely, Hoodie Kev and myself. Hopefully hopefully some others will be there too, so we can have, you know what I'm saying, a really good time. You know what I'm saying, doing that. But
the hot Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Kev, you got a PlayStation?
I'm 6 hours from Atlanta. So I'm gonna make my way there with Sai.
Bam.
Oh, that'd be cool.
And Evil's behind Sai.
You will meet my younger brothers.
Sai cannot have any lemon pepper chicken wings.
Yes, you can. You just have to bring them to the hotel, friend.
You can't go and get the lemon pepper chicken wings.
No, let me say something. Hoodie Kev still on timeout. No, Podge Kev still on timeout.
Yes,
he can't be
Podge Kev.
talking.
Yes, put it back in the corner.
Hoodie Kev, see in the private chat. There's Ethan sent you a link, and I agree that is actually a good place to if you need to see the game.
Yeah, I put that link in. It works sometimes to watch live games.
Hey,
on a computer or something.
Hey, send it to me.
You can see
I
it.
wanna go.
It's in the private chat.
Yeah, you can see it in the private chat.
It's right here, man. Right here, man. Control.
Yes, because for some reason, the only games I have yet to watch this season are the games involving the Charlotte Hornets.
Charlotte Hornets, yeah.
But Kev, if you got, I don't know, because you should have the CW because the game comes on Sportsnet South for Charlotte. That's why you don't get it on the Fire Stick.
On what?
It's on Fox Sports South.
Fox Sports.
Fox Sports South, yeah. You said you got all the channels, don't you?
I do have all of them.
All right, then that's one of them. That's why it doesn't come on the Fire Stick because they show it locally.
I don't even know where that would be at. Let me see something. Hold on, I gotta look at tomorrow.
Yeah, you could just try out the links if nothing works.
Is the game tomorrow at 1 o'clock?
Both games are.
1 o'clocker.
Okay.
The Charlotte game and the Celtics game, I think.
Good to know. I'm gonna get up a little earlier. Got to do my routine so I can get there.
Oh, Spree, I'm sorry that the Mets swept the Orioles.
I haven't watched the baseball game since the no-hitter like a month ago. So
that sounds like shade. That sounds like shade.
No worries. I'm not mad. I ain't following it, man. I got to focus on this Knicks team right now. I got too much going on to worry about the Orioles right now.
Yeah, man. Hey, congrats too, by the way, bro. We heard about. So anyway, I want to wrap up right here because I got some stuff that I want to do early in the morning. I gotta look at property stuff, which is boring, but things are what they are. I do want to say I appreciate everybody for coming through. You know what I'm saying? Rob the Nick, you was on fire. CP the artist, if you still watching this, hey, you made some excellent points. Hoodie Kev, as usual, you know what I'm saying, jumping down people's throat for no reason. But he is a habitual line crosser and disrespectful and everything else that goes with it. But he allows us to live. So thank you, Hoodie Kev, for allowing us to live.
Yes, of course. Anytime.
And thank you everybody for coming through. We're gonna end it right here, man. We'll holler at y'all tomorrow. We'll have after today's game, after the Atlanta game and Miami games, we'll have more details on a potential trip. And then that way we'll start dispensing information as it comes in, just so that it won't be last minute. And hopefully we can put together a good trip and see each other in the A. But for right now, I'm gonna bid everybody adieu and say good night. Thank y'all all, and we will see y'all later.
Good night.